Let me make sure I'm live over on YouTube. Thanks for reminding me, because I was totally going to do that, and then I got distracted by your. I got distracted by your
video.
By your
I know.
video.
I'm sorry.
That was absolute genius. I absolutely loved it. All right, let's see if I'm live over here. Give me a second.
I'm sorry. The video I shared just derailed you. I know.
No, that is quite all right. Very good. No. You don't.
So let me tell you.
Okay, so I'm now live on my channel, so we're good to go.
Great. I'll tell you about that. The girl in that video. So she is running for public office.
That girl
in Minneapolis.
God, that girl's a goddamn smoke show, dude.
And she ran last time, and she got busted for her OnlyFans. Yeah.
So she's running for public office in the state of Minnesota. But the reason why she didn't win is because they found out about her OnlyFans.
Yep. And she plans on running again.
Okay.
And trying to still do her OnlyFans and and try to hopefully like normalize what she does.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen.
Well, in Minneapolis, I mean, hey, maybe, because there's a lot. Isn't that super liberal out there? Like
you know what? It's super liberal out there, Glenn. But I'll tell you something, man. It's not as there's a reason why Trump was elected, man. Because dude, people don't want to normalize hoe behavior. You know, and listen, there's one thing. It's one thing to be a hoe. But on this girl's OnlyFans, it doesn't matter. If there are naked pictures of you on the internet, your options are going to be severely, severely limited. And people know and understand. And listen, I don't have a problem with sex work. I really don't. I think sex workers save lives, to be quite honest with you. I think that there is definitely a place. I think there's definitely a place for sex workers. I think they do a great service for men in society, because if there were no sex workers, Glenn, things would be very, very dire, because only the top
20% of guys will be getting laid.
There you go. You already know, man.
Those that are married maybe are getting laid. Depends.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
And you know what is sad today, though. This is what's really sad. This is sad. I trust a hoe more than I do a woman that says she's
straight up.
It's like, you know what you're going to get with a hoe.
That's right.
You don't know what you're going to get with a trad thought, right?
That's right.
You know, and I tweeted this the other day. Let me find it here. I basically said, like, you know, with a stripper, she'll take your money and leave. A church girl will take your money, your time, your energy, and convince you it was God's plan.
There you go. That's right.
Tell me again, which one's more dangerous? Right? Which one's more dangerous? At least with the hoe, you know what you're gonna get. You know what what the outcome is, right? With these, with these converted or newfound virgins in Jesus or whatever, there is no accountability. There was no accountability before. There's no accountability now.
Nope.
And it's just, I say I am this, you accept that I'm this.
There you go.
And that's it. And then, pastor, I need to find a good husband to take care of me. All right, young man, you know what? She gave herself to the Lord. She's a good woman now. She's not doing those things. She's going to Bible study. You know what? You need to be the right man and step up and make an honest woman out of her.
Please. Yeah, and it's funny because it's these preachers. These preachers lead these men astray. They say God has delivered her and forgiven her for all of her sins. And that may well be true. But like I said before, and like we've said before, God forgives. Men don't. Listen, man, I'm glad God forgives and all that and all that other kind of stuff. But you also have to think of it this way, Glenn. I have always maintained that the most authentic relationship out there, like it or not, is between a prostitute and a John. That is the epitome, because both understand. Here's the thing, Glenn.
Yeah, no,
When
I
a man
get
and a
what you're
woman,
saying.
when a man and a woman gets together, there is an unspoken agreement that occurs. It's been understood by men and women since the beginning of time. A woman brings to the table beauty and exclusive access to her body and her sexuality. That's what she brings to the table. The girl lets the guy fuck her and only her, right? She doesn't fuck anybody else. The guy brings everything else to the table. He brings the resources. So what it is it's an unspoken. See, women used to trade sex for marriage. Okay. This is when marriages were successful. Now women trade sex for everything but marriage. And just like you said, the church girl, dude, she will absolutely rag you out and swear up and down that it was God's plan and do it all in the name of Jesus. Where at least prostitutes, escorts, et cetera, you already know what it is. Hey, look, check this out. You're going to pay me $125. I'm going to grind on your junk for 15 minutes, and then that's going to be that. The prostitute, all right, you're going to pay me $500 or whatever for a night of sex, and then that's going to be that. It's when women convince men that they're not after their resources, but then they end up extrapolating resources because men, like you said, take women at face value. This is why I say the most authentic relationship is between a prostitute and a John, because they're actually taking that unspoken agreement that men and women have in the real world and just putting it all out there. Because here's the thing, Glenn, the prostitute's not fucking the John unless he pays her the money. The John's not paying her the money unless she gives him the pussy. That's the way it is. It's the same thing in relationships. I'm not going to be in a relationship with a woman that I am not having sex with. If I'm living with a woman and if I'm paying the bills, I'm getting the sex. If I'm not getting the sex, then we're roommates. And I don't want to be roommates with a woman.
Yeah, so I want to show you guys something. This is from one of her interviews. I did a commentary on it. I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
Let's get
watch this.
And some guy reaches out to you,
it's my guy,
and says, "Hey, you should join OnlyFans, and you'll make a lot of money and get famous."
Yep.
And then that happened.
It actually happened.
Which doesn't happen for anyone, but it did happen.
Look how excited she was.
Oh yeah, yep.
You're gonna get famous. You get rich and get famous. It actually happened.
Look,
like,
even though she's dressed conservatively, you can still tell she's a total slut.
Oh yeah, it gets better.
It was crazy because the guy was like a recruiter. I don't know if he worked with only. I didn't like stay in contact with him along, but he was trying to get me to sign up under this code. So he tried to get me to sign up. I thought it was sketchy, so I didn't use his code. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I don't even know who you are.
Please,
and then
knew what it was.
I started on. I was doing it all by myself, and I made like $85,000 the first month. My dad encouraged me to stay on OnlyFans.
Time out.
Now look at that. Now passing the blame. Okay, now I knew I should get off OnlyFans, but my dad encouraged me. The former pastor encouraged me to stay on OnlyFans. That's why I stayed on.
Yo,
wait a minute. Rewind the tape. What? Because was he burned by the church?
Of course he was.
Okay.
He never brought that up really, but like for me, I was paying him. I was giving him money like every month. Because like, hard life, or he's like wants to quit his job, or like his other kids need a divorce lawyer, or I'm like, here.
That's tough.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
When I finally decided to follow Christ, I called my dad and I was like, hey dad, I'm getting off of OnlyFans, like blah, blah, blah. I was so excited. He was like, well, why don't you just stay on another year and a half and like make more money and, like settle yourself in? Cause it's really expensive, right? 5 years.
And how much money do you think you made in total?
14 million. My first month on OnlyFans, I made 87 grand.
Oh.
Okay. Do you really feel like that she's like feels bad or guilty?
No, of course.
Or like any negative feelings about like what she did?
No, of course not. And the fact that
this is about like a year afterwards.
Yeah, and she's trying to pass the buck. She's trying to say, well, somebody convinced me under this code. It's almost like when girls used to say this all the time. Well, the reason I'm on Tinder is because my friends talked me into it. No, you're on Tinder because you want dick. The reason you jumped on OnlyFans, Nala, is because you're attractive and you know it's easy money. Period. That's it. I mean, and listen, she should just keep it real and just she should just keep it real and say that, hey, the reason I'm on OnlyFans is because it's easy money. It's easy fucking money. Yep. I'm super attractive. I'm more attractive than most women on the face of the earth. And I know that sex sells. I was in a bad way and I needed money. That's why I jumped on OnlyFans. No, Women these days use every excuse to justify being, well, my pastor talked me into it. And then I was ready to get off of it. And now my dad told me, well, you should stay on for a year and a half. And I said, you know what? Dad's right. No, this is a decision you already made.
Yeah.
Once again, trying to pass the buck. You're on OnlyFans because you want to, and it makes good money. Just keep it real.
Yeah, just keep it a buck. And then listen to what she says to this is so she did another interview a year later, so just recently with Michael Knowles, right? Like it's been a year since, and what's kind of recap, right? So this is what happens here.
People say you kept your OnlyFans site up.
Yeah, so Jordan can shed some light on this too. So what happened in the beginning was when I had told him originally I'm deleting my OnlyFans, I had full intent to delete my OnlyFans.
Cap.
I even showed him, we were right next to each other when I pushed the delete button back in like January. And what happened was I had so many subscribers, OnlyFans won't allow you to close your account until every single subscriber has unsubscribed. Like they physically have to push the button. But what they don't know is that people sometimes are very inactive on OnlyFans. So I am still waiting for the site to be completely shut down. However, you can't do anything. I can't even log in anymore.
Still collecting that money,
Everything's deleted off the site. There's no price to get in, nothing. So OnlyFans has disabled the site, but it's not down yet, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Doesn't really seem like she's too sad about making $87,000 a month.
not.
Whether that's because she wants to.
Yeah, and then recently I just saw that she's like, yeah, you could take it off. You could get your content scrubbed or whatever. But like if you're a really, really big, really good content creator and you like do really, really well, like me, it's like really, really hard to get your stuff off, but you have to pay for it. It's like she bragged about it even more. Like
Dude,
we get it.
And
You're
then she
really
says, I
good at
forgot my
taking it in the
OnlyFans
ass. Like,
password.
we get it.
Nobody forgets their password if you've made $14 million on a website. I'm sorry. That's just bullshit. I don't buy that for a second.
She made $14 million, 5 years, right? Or 4 years.
Yep.
And then she's crying broke now.
Dude, she ain't. Wait, are you serious?
Dead ass. Hold on. I got it here too. So don't worry.
Oh, no, dude, she can't. Well, look, man, she's either crying. See, she's either crying broke because she really is broke, but what it's almost like a double. It's like a double excuse. I'm broke, so I need to get back on OnlyFans. She wants to be back on OnlyFans, so she's telling everyone she's broke. Give me a break.
Well, she's saying that because she owes California like $88,000 in taxes. Right?
Okay.
Where is it at? I think I got it. Is it on this one? I think so. I think it's still in here.
Fucking Nala.
But Nala was not the first one to do this.
No, of course not.
Nala is actually following Eva Lovia. This chick's
So I started off as a glamour model. So I did the Hot Rod magazines, like those biker babe magazines, car magazines. And then I started kind of getting into more of the adult space. And then over a span of 10 years, I got into adult film and I was contracted to some of the biggest companies in the world. Still like one of the top ranked performers, even though I've been retired for almost a decade.
Now, right there, bragging. This is what they do. They are proud of their work. Nala bragged about being the top creator, making $14 million, all this, right? They get $87,000 a month, her first month. This one bragging about 10 years later, not even in the biz. I'm still one of the top earners or, in porn. Like, why, if they really had this conversion,
why do they still talk about it? And what's this woman's name? Eva Lovia?
Lovian or whatever.
Yeah. If she really wanted to be out of it, then she wouldn't use her porn name. But the reason
she goes by her real name now, but
okay.
Yeah, like this is her, like there it is. Teach has it up.
Candace Horvath. But exactly. Yeah. But guess what? Guess what the title says? It says Eva Lovia, right? Yep. She's still using her name to get notoriety.
Oh yeah. And I got to the point where I can't blame these women, right? I really can't. Sure. I realize we can't blame them because it's their pastor's fault. It is. We give guys like, here, just watch this.
All but shame other pastors for speaking out against women's bad behavior.
Long before my passion for the gospel and my passion to see lost men and women saved started to rub against or collide with the church. And so it wasn't very long. And I can give you dozens and dozens of stories, but really one that kind of broke the camel's back, where I decided if I was going to do this, I wasn't going to do it as a churchman, because the church, more often than not, was an enemy of conversion and not its friend. I'll give you an example. This turn in me, this break in me happened that God has been just disciplining me on ever since. Occurred my freshman year of college when I randomly sat next to I'm a freshman in college, I'm sitting next to a 26-year-old single mother who's coming back to school to try to get a degree, never been to church, didn't know much about Jesus, didn't know. And so we began this ongoing dialogue about the grace and mercy of Christ in the cross. And so me and some of my crew go over to her house and babysit her daughter. She's actually in an extramarital affair at the time with a married man. And so we find that the wisdom in that. This is the relationship we had, just kind of serving her and trying to explain to her spiritual things. A friend of mine was playing at a church in the area, and so I asked her to come. He was a musician, and so I said, hey, a good friend of mine's in a band, he's playing. Why don't you come hear him? And so she agreed. She thought it would be a concert. I knew better. It was shady. It was excellent. And she came with me, and we listened to Robbie play, and he was tremendous, just real anointed guy. And then the minister got up, and he said, today I want to talk to you about sex. And so I immediately go, uh-oh, this could be a problem. And he took a red rose, and he smelled it, and he showed how pretty it was, and then he threw it out into the crowd. He goes, everybody needs to smell this. There's about 1,000 of us there, almost all of us college and high school. Smell the rose. I want you to smell it. I want you to touch it. I want you to see the texture in it. Do it, and I'm going to teach. And then he began what, honestly, up until this day, and this might have to do with my heart, I'm still wrestling, was one of the worst, most horrific handlings of what sex is and what it isn't that I ever sat through. It was fear-mongering at its best. It was, you don't want syphilis, do you? And everybody's smiling and having a good time until there's herpes on your lip, and you're right. And so I'm just thinking with Kim beside me, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then as it wraps up, he goes, where's my rose? Where is it? Where's my rose? And some kid came up, the rose is just completely jacked up. It's broken, the things are off, the petals are broken. And he lifts it up, and his big crescendo, his point is to hold up that rose and go, now who would want this? Who would want this rose? And I remember feeling anger, like real, legitimate, I want to hurt him anger. And it was all I could do not to scream out, Jesus wants the rose. That's the point of the gospel.
Pause this.
Jesus wants the rose. That he made him who...
Yeah, Jesus wants the rose, you idiot. Men do not. See, again, see, this is it. Yo, check this out. Yes, God forgives and Jesus forgives. We're not God, okay? We're not Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus wants the rose. Why are you getting so fucking angry? Yes, Jesus wants the rose. Thank God for Jesus. But we're not taking that goddamn rose. I'm sorry. And I'm going to tell you what. This guy, the reason why this dude took this girl, this 26-year-old single mother, in his college class, because he wanted to fuck her. That's why. That's why he's giving this woman the time of day, because he wanted to fuck her. But no, he wants to try to characterize his association with this attractive woman who's in an extramarital affair with this toxic husband as a reason to bring her to Jesus. No, this is how porn stars get married to pastors. You ever heard of Jenna Presley?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yes. Jenna Presley, episode 536. Look it up on my channel. Episode 536. Jenna Presley ran exactly the same gambit on some pastor down in San Diego. He's like, I noticed this beautiful woman in the audience, and yes, be cleansed and be healed. No, you wanted to fuck her. Yep. This dude getting all up. Jesus wants the rose. Shut the fuck up, you fucking contradictory heathen fuck. Are you serious? You're seriously going to try to make us think that you really cared about this man's soul? No. The reason why you got angry is because she was there. And when he says Jesus wants the rose, that's gross. That's a proxy for I want the rose. I'm sitting next to a 26-year-old attractive single mother who's been ran through more times than a goddamn stop sign. And when the pastor gives an apt and apropos comparison about what sex is like, he calls himself getting upset. You want to know why he got upset? Is to show her that I want the rose. I still want to fuck you even though you ran through. Fuck out of here, man.
Yep.
Fuck
and so
out of here.
Here's the crazy thing. That pastor just recently, so a couple years back now, because that Jesus wants the rose sermon was a long time ago, about maybe 15 years ago. 15 years ago. Well, about 4 years ago, that same pastor got busted for having inappropriate conversations on DMs in Instagram in private.
There you go.
And Jesus wants the rose.
Jesus wants the rose.
He had to step down from being the head pastor.
Of course he did.
For some time. And then they put him back up there, I think like a year later or something.
Dude,
But-
it really, like, guys like this, Glenn, boil my blood because they sit there and they virtue signal. They look down our nose at us as, you shouldn't judge these women. These women are children of God. But no. I'm going to judge the fuck out of them. You know why? Because we're the ones that are choosing.
Yep.
Women judge the fuck out of us. We're going to judge the fuck out of women. Fuck what you heard. Jesus wants the run. I just felt so.
And I'm like, you know what?
Angry.
Yeah.
No, bro, you weren't angry. You wanted to fuck.
God wants your soul. God wants you to convert and give your life over to him. Absolutely. But that doesn't make you marriageable.
Unbelievable, man.
Jesus wants you. That's great. And I'm glad that you do. But that does not make you marriageable. Period. You know? But it gets better because you get guys like this.
Damn. Like this next guy I'm about to show you. He called himself the gospel nerd. And he had a lot to say about this whole, Nala Ray thing. He actually calls it the dark side of Christianity. Watch this.
If you've been following Christian social media over the past year, you've probably seen the reactions to Nala Ray, a former OnlyFans model who recently shared her testimony of finding Christ. The response from many Christians, unfortunately, has been predictable.
She claims that she was saved, found God, yada, yada, yada.
Hey, Pearl.
This happens all over the country where come out, say they're sorry, and you guys hand them a microphone and make them a spokesperson of the word, and nobody has a problem with it. Jesus hated false prophets. He hated them. He went
go on, Pearl.
He tore up the temple, guys.
For me, I just feel like it's, again, communion with the Holy Spirit, communion with Christ, communion with God. That is what you are accepting.
The problem here is that you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. You don't know anything about the history of
woman's sexual sins were put on public display. John chapter 8 tells us she was caught in adultery, literally dragged from the bed into the streets, probably barely dressed, completely humiliated. The religious leaders were ready with stones in hand. Think about that scene for a moment. A terrified woman, exposed, surrounded by men eager to execute judgment. Maybe you're thinking, well, she was caught in the act. She deserved judgment. But before you pick up that stone, ask yourself, who are you in this story? Are you one of those religious leaders that are ready to faithfully execute the law? Are you in that crowd feeling sympathy but saying nothing? Or maybe you're the woman, knowing your sins deserve death, but with no defense. But Jesus does something extraordinary. Instead of joining her accusers or demanding immediate proof of repentance or waiting to see some spiritual fruit, he defends her. He disperses the mob with a few words that become a convicting mirror. Then he shows the love of Christ that breaks stone hearts.
Actually,
Jesus.
This guy gets it all wrong. Okay, so yes, Jesus did all that. Okay, but he's not telling you. All right, it says that she was caught in the act. What does in the act mean?
Dude,
she is riding. She,
literally fucking.
And they dragged her out. Now, according to Jewish law at the time, right, Old Testament law, if a woman was caught having an affair or sleeping with somebody other than her husband, then you stone her and him. They were both supposed to be stoned.
Damn right.
So the person, they only brought her out. So why did Jesus intervene? Because they were breaking the law. Because where's the guy that she was fucking? Where's he at? Why is he not getting stoned too? Where's
Jesus, man?
It wasn't that he just was like, oh, I feel bad for her. I'm just going to intervene because she's this cute little chick that, no, they was both supposed to be caught. Okay. They're both supposed to be stoned.
Right.
It just baffles my mind how they just take this and just twist and finesse.
They are doing this. Listen, and it is so painfully obvious, Glenn, why they do this. They come on and they publicly endorse and they publicly endorse and they platform these women because they're attractive and they want to fuck them. These men don't give a fuck about this woman's soul. They don't. They're pretending to give a fuck about her soul. They're pretending to defend her. Now, you guys shouldn't judge these women because Jesus forgives. None of that is the case. They only want to fuck these women. And again, I didn't know anything about that pastor that looked like Destiny, but it should come as no surprise that, of course, he got busted for inappropriate conversation because at the end of the day, men are going to be men. Fuck out of here, man.
It's just so. This is my plea to the church. Okay.
Okay.
If you want to be taken seriously, then start upholding the word. Okay. Like 1/3 of the book of Proverbs is all about watching out for promiscuous women.
There you go.
Like, I kid you not. Proverbs 5, warning for against the adulterer. My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Turn your ears to my word and insight. Let that you may maintain maintain discretion, and your lips may persevere knowledge. For the lips of the adulterous woman drip like honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is bitter as gall, sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave. She gives no thought to the way of life. Her path wanders aimlessly. She does not know it. Like, yo, it's right there.
Yes. Right.
They
there
ignore these. They ignore these.
And these, dude, they look good, and they talk as smooth as silk, and they've got that silver tongue, dude. These preachers are literally being seduced by these women, and they know it. It's like I said, it is so, to me, it is sickening that they are pretending to take what these women say seriously.
Yeah.
It's insanity. It's insanity. And anyone watching this objectively can clearly see what's happening. Ay.
And like and I started thinking, like, how the hell did Nala and her husband meet?
Jesus
right? Because he is he's a Christian like TikToker, like a big time influencer.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So he's
that's
a Christian.
That's how they met. Because Nala's not going to be with someone who doesn't have a following. She's just not going to be. She's not going to be with a nobody. That's the number one reason she picked that dude. She said, okay, I'm going to solidify my Christianity by getting with a Christian guy. No, it wasn't a fucking nobody. It was somebody with a following. Big fucking deal.
But how did he find out who she is? Like, you don't think that he's seen her on Instagram? You don't think that he knows what kind of content you don't think he knew that she was on OnlyFans?
Of course he knew. Of course he knew, man. But again, these guys don't have access to women's sexuality. And so that's the only, and again, this is why they keep platforming Nala, because they just want to be in the presence of an attractive woman that is paying attention to them. That's the scarcity mindset.
I guarantee you, if she was toothless, had the most,
right?
If she looked like Quasimodo's wife,
you feel me?
Nobody be platforming her.
Hell no.
Michael Knowles would not have her sit down if she was toothless, cockeyed, and crossed, pigeon-toed.
No. Hell no.
It wouldn't happen. But because she's attractive,
there it is.
They bring her on. And it's like, without even vetting, like, how does that make you look as this platform? You're platforming, you're not even doing any fact checking. You're just, this person's the hot topic right now. Let's bring them on. Let's just ask them, okay, we're not going to do any vetting. We're not going to, even ask them any hard questions. We're just going to let them tell us their story, and we're going to accept it, and we're going to move on. Like, it just wouldn't happen.
It's insane. It's insane. And the interesting thing is deep down, Nala knows this. She knows that on some level, she knows to some degree, she knows why she's being platformed. Just like you said, if she looked like Quasimodo's sister, no one would give a damn. No one would give a damn. And it's interesting because there are some big ugly bitches on OnlyFans. Like, please believe there are some there. Why is it that none of them have found the Lord? Why is it that Michael Knowles or any of these or any of these this ass clown preacher talking about Jesus wants throws? What happened to talking to them? No. They only want the attractive ones. Give me a break.
And then, like, okay, let's say I give her the benefit of doubt. Maybe she did convert and all that other stuff. She posted these cake pictures, right? And no, they weren't like, she wasn't like naked or anything, right? Like, but the facial expressions and all the stuff that she was doing, she was still selling sex. Now, where is her husband at? And be like, hey, you know what, babe? I don't think these are a good look for you to post,
And you want to know why he's not saying that to her? Because he has the scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
He is not telling her, hey, quit advertising your body on the internet, because he's afraid she's going to leave. She is in charge of that relationship.
Or he doesn't want to make her feel guilty for her past.
Oh, please. Give me
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not judging you for your past, but you know, I guarantee you that's why he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything because he didn't want her to feel bad about her past behavior.
And the reason why he doesn't want to make her feel bad is because he wants to fuck. He doesn't want, because he's afraid if he pisses her off, he's going to screw up his chances to possibly have sex with this woman. Guys, this is so obvious. It's ridiculous. It's incredible.
So like, and I know that people are like, well, Glenn, you're talking about her, so you're basically giving her what she wants. I don't care less about her. I'm talking about these guys.
Yeah.
Michael Knowles, all these pastors, these people that like elevate her without any verification. This what they're doing right now is literally the believe all women for Jesus.
Yep. She said, okay, I'm a Christian now. And everybody just took her at her word. No, baby girl. No. You really want to prove you're a Christian? Do it in secret. Okay. There's no need to go on this media tour at this and that. No. It's almost like when people announce, I don't like this channel, I'm leaving. Bruh, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. You only got cares. The reason you're making the announcement is to get attention.
Yep. And it's just wild. Just wild. So I mean, I think the churches literally needs to just take an L, say that, hey, yeah, we fucked up. Somebody needs to be accountable here. Just like, yeah, you know what, we fucked up. Michael Knowles need to say, yeah, you know what, fucked up.
Yeah, the reason I platform Nala is because I want to fuck her. Like, I mean, like, honestly, like, dude, honestly, if these dudes would just keep it real, I mean,
they'll be a lot more credible.
They'd have more respect.
Yeah, be way more credible. You know,
do you want me to read the super chats?
Oh, where's Michelle?
No, you're good. Yeah, so the super chat, you know that the super chats are all in the start. So if you want to bring them up one by one. Oh, we got somebody else coming in. All right, cool.
That's my manager over here. Michelle.
Hi, sorry, bird's loud right now. Do you want me to do these right now, or do you want?
Yeah, we can go ahead and hit them now.
All right.
Do it.
All right. So Crazy Mama comes in with a $4.99. Says real women have more respect for their bodies. Just saying. Alan Hatz did become a member. Thank you so much, Alan. We have Anson Knowles coming in with 2, and he says destiny to a preacher impersonation. Then we have Siege D coming in with $4.99. He says this Glenn and Donovan, sorry about that, Donovan.
Sorry.
Team up has been long overdue. Glenn's religion background and DS's womanese expertise is perfect for breaking this down.
Yes.
Thank you, Siege. Sorry about that. Anson Knowles, and again with 5, comes in. ThoughtCons are children of the Lord. Daily Wire told me so. That's true, Anson. He also comes in again because he's such like the MVP of the chat today. With another 2, it says ThoughtCons are thirst traps for Jesus. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. I'm actually having fun, guys, with my I'm actually having fun with this because I know how to do, like, I've just figured out how to do, like,
what is this? What is this app? Like, what do you got going on here? You're making it rain.
So this is so I've got the new iPhone. I've got the iPhone 16 Pro.
Okay.
And the software update allows you, and you can do this too. It's got what's called the continuity camera. Okay. And on the continuity camera, what it does is it connects you can use your phone as a camera on podcasts.
Wow.
And you can also use it, and you can also use it for FaceTime. So there are certain gestures that will get the effects to go. So for example, if I do this, it'll actually make a heart. Watch. See? And now if I agree with something, all I got to do is hold a thumbs up, and it should. Most of the time it does. Yeah, there's the thumbs up. If I don't like something, I can do thumbs down, right? So there's thumbs down. Then there's fireworks. If I do a thumbs up with both thumbs, it does fireworks just like that.
Nice.
And you can also do this when you're FaceTiming people. And if I want to make it rain, I just do 2 thumbs down, and it makes it rain. And then if I want balloons, all I got to do is do the peace sign.
Uh-huh.
Or that's double peace sign is for confetti. Single peace sign is, I think, for balloons. Yep. So I get balloons that way. And then, of course, the laser burst is I make like a rock and roll symbol just like that. And it's like, rock and roll. So, yeah. It's very, 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 very cool. So I love having the continuity camera on. It allows me to agree or disagree, whatever the case may be. It's actually pretty cool.
That is pretty dope. Real quick, DJ BFit came in with a $5 super chat. And he goes, Eagles or Chiefs?
Eagles.
I already think we know we're going with Donovan's going with.
Yeah, I'm going with. Well, I'll put it to you this way: if it's a close game, if it's a one-score game, the Chiefs are going to win because Patrick Mahomes is two reasons. Because Patrick Mahomes is exceptional in late game situational football. He always knows who to go to. He always seems to make the right call. Reason number two that the Chiefs will win if it's a one-score game is because the refs will be in the tank for the Chiefs. Now, the reason I think the Eagles are going to win is because they're a better fucking football team. We are better at the only advantage that the Chiefs have at any position is at quarterback. And a lot of people say, well, all you need is the quarterback. No. The Eagles are, and here's the thing, the Eagles and Chiefs played in Super Bowl 57 2 years ago. Yep. We had the better team then. Get this. The Chiefs are worse than they were 2 years ago, and the Eagles are better than they were 2 years ago. So I'm calling a blowout. I'm going 48-10 Eagles. That's the only way we're going to beat the Chiefs is if we blow them out. We put our foot on their neck. We blow them out by 4 touchdowns. That's what has to happen. That's the only way we're going to win.
I agree with you. Like, because if it's a close game, Mahomes will make magic happen.
Yep.
He'll make magic happen. Now, okay, let's see this. Prediction here. If the Eagles win, does Tay-Tay break it off? Does she leave Kelsey or whatever his name is?
Oh boy, that is a good question. I think Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift, I think they're going to go the difference for one reason and one reason only. Because Taylor Swift is getting older. What is Taylor Swift now? 35, 36 years old? Like, let's just keep it real. Taylor, I used to call Taylor Swift Trailer Swift because she's a fucking slut. She's literally, dude, she's fucked.
She's been with pretty much everybody, every celebrity.
She's an absolute hoe. And at some point, she was going to have to settle down. And who better to do it with who better to settle down with than someone like Travis Kelsey? And so I think Taylor Swift and Travis might go the distance only because of her age. If this was 10 years ago, if Taylor Swift were 26 instead of 36, this is just another ride on the carousel. But I think the only reason why Travis and Taylor have a chance to go to distance is because Taylor knows she's running out of time. That's it.
Okay, let me paint the picture though. Okay,
let's do it.
It is like 2 minutes on the clock.
Okay,
4th down. All right, you are on the 20-yard line.
Who has the ball?
Chiefs.
Okay.
All right. You have to either get the first down or score, right? So, play action. Boom.
Yep.
It's going into Kelsey. Mahomes cocks back, lets it rip. He gets it. Boom. Turns. Take that step. Pop. Fumble. He's just right there in the end zone now. Drops it. Gets just wrecked.
Guess what? You want to know what happened? You want to know what happened in that scenario? Flag on the play. Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 98. 15-yard penalty. First down. Glenn, this is the way it goes with the Chiefs. In high leverage situations, whether it's against the Chiefs or anybody else, the Chiefs always get the call. Let's do that scenario with the Eagles down by touchdown and the ball on their 20, right? Jalen Hurts fake to Saquon Barkley. He drops back. He throws the ball over the middle to Dallas Goedert. Oh no, Dallas Goedert fumbles, blah, 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 blah. Flag on the play. Holding. Offense number 68. That penalty is declined. First down, Kansas City. And this is why the Eagles have to win by 4 touchdowns.
Let's say they don't give him the penalty. He loses the game, right? Does Tay-Tay stay with them?
Oh, yeah, of course he does. Because Travis Kelsey, Tay-Tay's definitely staying with him because Travis Kelsey has cemented himself as one of, if not the greatest tight end of all time. I think he's like,
come on, you're saying he's better than Jason Witten. You're saying that he's better than Wes Welker.
Yes.
You're saying he's better than
the slot receiver, but talent-wise, Gronkowski is better than Kelsey. But Rob Gronkowski retired early. Rob Gronkowski is probably he's the greatest talented tight end ever. But Travis Kelsey's numbers are going to be much greater because he's been in the league longer. And keep in mind, Travis Kelsey needs, I think, 2 more touchdown catches to be the all-time leader in playoff touchdowns, more than Jerry Rice. He already has the NFL record for yards in the playoffs. He surpassed Jerry Rice. He surpassed Jerry Rice on reception and yards. All he needs is a touchdown record. So talent-wise, I think Rob Gronkowski is probably the best I've ever seen. but Travis Kelce will go down as one of the greatest simply because of the longevity.
Yeah, real quick. Shout out to Bjorn dropping in with the
Bjorn.
$50 super chat.
Don DeMarco.
He says just catching myself up on the super chat, and great show. Glad to see Donovan up there.
Yes, sir. We got you, bro.
Yes, sir.
We got you.
Actually, Bjorn, I guess I always send you the link because Bjorn is a good dude. He normally comes on. Me and him were recording earlier today, just talking shit, and where I'm gonna do a segment where the show is gonna be called "What Would Bjorn Think?" Because Bjorn is he has a very interesting way of thinking about things. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Cool. Bring him on, man. Bring him on. Hey, man.
The things that he threatens people with chickens with, it baffles my mind. And he's gonna have to tell the chicken story again just so you can hear it, because it is a very interesting story. Bjorn, I sent you the link, my friend.
Yeah, bring him up.
So again, like back to the topic here.
The Bible thumping thoughts.
This is where I feel bad, and again, this is for the men. This is why I feel so upset about this, is because these pastors are setting up these young men for failure.
Yes, 100%.
They're not equipping them with the tools that they need. They're not telling them about Proverbs 5. They're not telling them about Proverbs 7. They're not reading 1/3 of the Bible or Proverbs to these guys, telling them to watch out for these kind of women.
Right.
And by not doing that, you are setting them up. You're literally treating them like cattle going to the slaughterhouse.
Yes. And I think, go ahead.
It's just sad. It's like where I get it, but let's protect our women. There's nothing wrong about protecting women.
Guys are leading these men astray.
Yeah, it's like I have no problem protecting women, telling these women watch out for the bad guys. They'll do you wrong. Cool. I'm 100% with that. But if you're not going to say to our sons, this is what it is. It's like we don't care enough about our sons to say,
no, we don't.
These women are bad. Watch out for these women because these women could ruin your life. And it's just like, fuck our sons, right? Just fuck our sons.
Dude, it's ridiculous. And the interesting thing is the reason why, and this is funny, because pastors will lead young men astray because there are so many. See, the church has really lost all credibility because they are now catering to women, right? They're now they're now catering to women, and women almost, dude. And I've always said this: women aren't really religious, Glenn. They're not religious. And I want you guys to understand this. You need to hear me and hear me well. Most women don't have any strong or steadfast beliefs of their own. No. Women believe only what the strongest men in their lives believe. Okay? Yeah. If the strongest man in a woman's life is a devout Christian, glory to God in the highest and peace to his people on earth. If the strongest man in her life is an atheist, there is no God. If the strongest man in her life is a Buddhist, I'm Buddhist till I die. Women formulate their beliefs based on what the strongest men in their lives believe. Unfortunately, women don't find religion or find God until they've been ran through and they have no other options. So what they do is they gravitate towards church because they know that the pastors are going to directly or indirectly steer these clueless men to them. I've seen it happen. Single mother of two, she gets married to some dude in church. Surprise, surprise, it ends exactly the same way. It's crazy. It's crazy.
What up, Bjorn?
Good evening. Donovan, nice to meet you. Nice talking to you for the first time.
Oh, cool. Well, I didn't know. Oh, you know who I am?
I know who you are, yes.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you.
He says that you guys haven't talked before yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. I don't assume that everybody knows who I am. That's just not who I am. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No worries.
This is the interesting thing here. It's like, if you want like these women to get good men, yes, we need to make men, give them the tools they need to be successful and to be good men. But at the same time, you have to make these women be raised to a standard in order to be, there's like no standard. Anson Knowles comes in with a $5 super chat. He goes, my first time seeing Donovan today. His thumbnail looks like Jamie Foxx. He looks
like Silent Bob. It's classic. I love it.
That's great.
Oh man.
With a tan.
Bjorn, we've talked about this before.
Oh, we've talked about many things before.
Oh yes.
Yes. Bjorn is our resident heathen.
Okay.
So like Bjorn, like when you see like this whole thing get played out and it blows up in their face like this, does it make you like, hey, maybe I should rethink this Christianity thing?
Jesus.
Well, I mean, I rethought the Christianity thing a long time ago, so I might be the wrong person to ask for that question.
We know. But I mean, or for somebody that may be on the fence, maybe I should think about, like, do you think like these instances, like these public, like, fumbles like this, like make guys be like, you know what, I was maybe thinking, but man.
Yeah, Christianity is not what it used to be. Hell, even from our childhood to now, the change in the church has been so dramatic. It's not even funny. Man. Yeah, like my grandparents would lose their minds walking into a church today. Like lose it. So I can't. I'm like I said, I might be the wrong person to have. I definitely have a biased opinion about it. But yeah, I think the church it's kind of a weird thing right now that I see, because by the numbers, I actually think, and I could be wrong, but I think the church is growing.
In some areas, some sectors.
Okay, in some, I don't know. I'm just kind
of
like
I know that like Orthodox has grown a lot.
Yes,
like, they have like doubled. They have doubled their numbers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know about Protestant and Catholicism though.
Okay. Well, I say Christianity as a blanket term.
Yeah.
Like
real quick,
if you believe in Jesus.
Donovan, DJ B Fit asked you for $5. He goes, Don, how did you get your thumbnail like art?
Oh, it's I get the thumbnail art from the same place you did. My guy Mike Steele, who used to go by Geeky Anomaly, he knows how to do the AI cartoon thumbnails, and so that's I've got all kinds of thumbnails from AI cartoon.
Same here.
I'll tell you what. I'll actually, if you'll allow me to share my screen, I'll actually show you all of these. Just give me a second here.
It's like
because
we made my first one today.
Yeah. Okay. So let me share screen. Present. Share screen. Like I got. Let's go with entire screen. Let's go with that one and share. So these are. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So these are this is where they came from. Of course, that's myself and the lovely and talented Devin. But what I did is I just sent a bunch of headshots to Mike Steele, and he generated. And dude, you see how many of these there are?
Man.
Like it's incredible. Like all of these.
Wow.
It's just insane. And there's so many more. And this is the thumbnail that we actually used for the podcast that I did with you in Vegas. Hang on, let me pull that up.
Yep.
Here it is. Let me bring that over. If I can. Why won't it let me? Don't know why it's not letting me. Oh, because I have it full screen. Hang on. It's actually very, very cool. Now, I don't know how to do it myself. I just had somebody do it for me, but there you go. So there's the one that, there's me, you, and Devin right there in the cartoon image. So yeah, that's how I did it.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. That was a good show too.
Oh,
that was a great show.
Dude, I had to kick a bitch out in the first 5 minutes.
I told you too. I was like, hey, she might be a problem.
She was just a walking contradiction. It was ridiculous. And the fact that she was a switch hitter on her side, I'm like, give me a break, man.
Yeah. Oh, who was that? That was
I'll never forget her face. But
Lana.
Yeah, Lana. Yeah, everybody was calling her anal because
anal backwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jake from Project VO Pod comes in with a $5 super chat. He goes, yo, I know Donovan's a huge Eagle fan, but my fam are Dallas fans. So by default, I hate the Eagles. But however, I hate the Chiefs way more. So fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah. If I were a Cowboys fan, I'd hate the Eagles too.
Like I am a Cowboys fan. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's all they're American team and all that. But
I've always had like a place for the Eagles because like my stepdad knew Randall Cunningham, and Randall Cunningham would go to like our family like Thanksgivings and functions. So I knew him when I was a little kid. I had my first jersey was a Cunningham jersey.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah,
wow,
so
good
like
for you guys.
like I always have a little spot, in my heart for the Eagles, except when they play the Dallas Cowboys. But it is what it is. I don't want to see the Chiefs win again. I'm tired of seeing them win. They've had their time. Somebody needs to beat them.
Here's the thing. I actually like this Chiefs dynasty. I do.
It is. It's great
because they're a much more likable team. Like you think about dynasties, not to get all into the sports talk, but the dynasty that everybody hated was the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick, the old curmudgeon, we're on to Cincinnati, never told anybody nothing. Tom Brady, the Golden Boy, 6th round draft pick, number 199 overall. They seem to get all the calls, blah, 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 blah. But the Patriots were a very boring dynasty. The last Super Bowl they won 13-3. It was a boring Super Bowl. The Chiefs, everybody, dude, we all love Travis Kelce. We all love Patrick Mahomes. I have a soft spot in my heart for Andy Reid because he used to be the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
So I don't think and I think the referees are doing the Chiefs a disservice. I think because the refs are making all of the calls in the Chiefs' favor, that is making the Chiefs an unlikable football team. But the Chiefs are a very, very likable team. Unfortunately, the refs have spoiled that for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing that too. They kind of did the same thing when it came with Peyton Manning and Brett Favre. They would also do the same thing.
They called it they called it the Jordan rules. Remember the Jordan rules in the NBA? They let him. And it's funny when people point out the disparity, when people point out the discrepancy of calls towards Kansas City, they always like to say, well, the New England Patriots got calls too. Yeah, that doesn't make it fucking right. Just because it happened to the Patriots, just because they happened to the Jordan rules, does not absolve referees from not making the right goddamn call. I don't give a fuck. It just doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. Real quick, you guys need to wash your balls with tactical soap, okay? And I'm going to just let you know why real quick. Here you go.
Look like this, and you happen to be struggling with women, and if you like bubble baths and some other gay stuff, it's probably because you use body wash like Metro by Resto Chesto, the most anti-masculine body wash in the world. So if you're tired of being confused for a homo, then I suggest that you use Tactical Soap from Grondike Soap Company. It's a game changer. That's right, a natural pheromone soap that enhances alpha status, masculinity, attractiveness, and charisma. Only Tactical Soap could take you from zero to a hero with the ladies. If you want to get successful with the ladies like yours truly, Glenn Lawrence, then I suggest that you order right now and get your own Tactical Soap from Grondike Soap Company today.
Look at that.
Grondike Soap Company cannot guarantee that you will get a brunette and a blonde in the hot tub with you like Glenn Lawrence, but you may get a redhead.
Nah, you stupid. Yo,
who's nothing wrong with a good-looking redhead?
Who was the chick in the Priest video? Like that bitch, dude. That chick is nasty hot. Like nasty hot.
Okay.
The political.
Yeah, I will send you her name. Or she goes by Jenny Kennedy.
Jenny.
That's her name on all of the.
Is it on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is absolutely crazy. Jenny Kennedy. Let's see.
So, she's interesting.
Yeah, she's hot. I do know that.
She's also a little bit crazy.
She's very
honestly, I couldn't take a woman who has an OnlyFans who is as hot as her. I can't take seriously for public office. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to.
Like Lauren Boebert. Remember her?
No.
She's the congresswoman out of Colorado that got busted in the play
theater
theater doing a little bit of hanky panky.
Oh my god.
Yep. Without with somebody that wasn't her husband.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Oh, I didn't even know she was married, actually. I thought it was just somebody she was dating.
So we got this super chat coming in. It says, it just came out that the U.S. aid was funding a lot of prominent left-winging Christians and their orgs to spread left-wing nonsense. Think Christianity Today was once premiered. Yeah, it was actually. Christianity Today was a huge publishing company. Glenn, you're cooking today on content. You're doing the Lord's work. Donovan, peace be with you, sir.
And also with you.
That one, I'll give you my favorite.
Marissa
Rolo.
Simonetti. That's the name of the girl in the Priest video.
What?
Marissa Simonetti. That's the girl.
That's her. That was her government name.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's her government name. Yeah. Yeah, she's hot. She's definitely hot. I just can't take her seriously for Congress. She's just too hot. I'm sorry.
This one is for the gentleman that just said this was the last super chat. I'm going to give you my favorite Rollo sound drop.
Glenn Lawrence has been doing God's work. I know who my God is. Hallelujah.
Although Rollo probably doesn't like that sound drop anymore.
Probably doesn't.
Like it. I love it.
I bet he fumes every time that plays.
Leave Rollo alone. That's my guy, man. That's my guy.
I have nothing against Rollo. I just because of the situation. I bet that just irks him every single time he plays it.
So he's like, I don't know why I gave him that.
Yeah. Like, I don't know Rollo. I have nothing against Rollo.
No, he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. So, Donovan, I was thinking about dropping the link, giving these guys a couple, maybe they have somebody wants to come up and give us their opinion, maybe ask us a quick question for the next couple minutes. And then we can wrap it up from there. Cause I know you got to get ready for your stream in about an hour. So, we'll do some call-ins real quick. I'll pin it in my chat. If you want to also drop it in yours.
Oh yeah.
The link. And everybody that wants to come up, let me tell you this: you need to cam up.
Yes. Yes.
If your camera is not on,
link in the private chat, Glenn, and I'll put it in my chat.
Yeah. If your camera is not on, we will not let you up.
Nope.
So it's just a thing. We need to see your face. We need to see that you're real and that you're not showing us your dick. All right, because we really don't want to see any dicks. No dicks.
No dicks.
No dicks.
This is a dick-free zone. On
some of us have nothing better to do than come and find you.
This is true. I told you, Bjorn knows what to do with a chicken.
Plenty of things you can do with a chicken.
There's a lot of.
Oh yes.
You can choke it.
You can yank it.
You could threaten to fuck someone with it.
There you go. See,
you can absolutely do that.
All kinds of utilities for chickens.
Yeah, there's multi-use animal.
Yes.
And you can eat it, and you can eat its eggs.
You sure can.
Not in
that
that
would be very good for you, by the way.
Yep. So, all right, the link is dropped. I'm gonna make sure that it gets pinned.
Get in the okay, there it is. Copy link address.
Sure, it's all good. Pin.
Pull up.
Cool. You guys hit the link.
All right, I'm gonna
hop
pin
on
it
up
in
if
my
you
chat.
want to ask any questions. Let's go. This is your time. And if not, forever hold your peace. Oh, so
or forever hold the peace.
So you guys know, like Michael Knowles is out here in California speaking for the next couple days, right? And he like posted his like flyer of him like doing his thing. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I took the liberty of just redoing it for him.
Uh-oh.
And it's pretty much the same header, but I just made it more appropriate.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh Jesus Christ. Speaker lineup. And the funny dude, the
nailed
funny
it.
Michael Knowles is an excellent debater. He is a fantastic debater. Like, dude, he is awesome. I just wish he would just keep it real and be like, hey man, the reason why I have this chick on here is because he's hot.
What up, Siege? How you doing, man?
Evening, Siege.
Yeah, hey there, guys. Good to finally meet you, Donovan.
Yeah, you too, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much for coming on to Glenn's channel to be able to discuss this stuff, man. Can't think of any two guys better to be able to do it, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I also wanted to thank you as well just for, backing up Glenn during some crazy times as well. Like during the whole Roll fallout, the whole resurgence and stuff. A lot of that stuff was crazy, but I really appreciate you for kind of like having his back on there, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Take it easy,
Right,
Siege. Siege is a good guy. He's been my first mod I've ever had. I didn't even know what mods
he's not
do.
a robot.
Yeah. Anson Knowles comes in with his $5 super chat. Hot Prod from the Priest video was arrested last year. Yes, for throwing a tarantula at a squatter in her house. I know that. She told us that story on the stream.
Wow, do a tarantula. Well, dude, if somebody's squatting in my house, I'm doing the same damn thing.
I think a tarantula would be the least of your concerns.
Yeah, like she had like she got arrested. They threw up her mugshot and everything. I was like, damn.
Bitches be crazy.
That's pretty creative, though.
Yeah.
Well, it's like,
I
you know,
would've thought
like
of it.
she said like her,
Right?
her roommate or her ex-roommate that she was trying to get rid of had this tarantula and just would let it just like walk around everywhere.
Though back in the
Like a
day,
pet
if you used to-
tarantula?
Yeah.
It's like,
Like
go get
back
him, bike.
I would have stepped on that thing. Rolled
Well, I
up a
mean, like back
newspaper
in
and
the
just
day,
clap.
if you used to piss me off, I used to go out, get a rattlesnake, kill it, and then put it underneath the seat of your car, coiled up.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And just let you find it later and wonder how long it was there.
No. Let's see. Ghost asks Bjorn, I stepped out for a minute. Did Bjorn share the chicken story?
What's the chicken story?
Fuck you, Ghost.
Well, Donovan asked Bjorn.
Donovan asked. Okay.
All right, let's hear the chicken story.
I got to do an extended version, for Donovan, don't I?
Yes, you got to give him the real version, the whole
The whole
version.
where you get the whole 9 yards.
Here we go. Hold on. Let's get this right.
We want the chicken story.
Oh, okay. You ready?
Yes,
Let's
now I'm
get
ready.
it right. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I was waiting for something. All right. So there I was. Not many moons ago. Oh, fuck you. Went
Yeah,
out.
you're on the spot now.
Yeah, I know, right? Damn. Many moons ago, went out with a good friend of mine, actually my best friend still. We were in the military, went out to a club one night. And it was one of them nights that you knew was just going to be interesting because it just started crazy.
Okay.
But we get to the club, we pull up, we park right in the front, know the owners, go in, we're having a good time. And I remember my buddy comes over and he's like, hey man, you need to, might want to slow down a little bit on the drinks. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I've only had like 3. And he's like, yeah, but we ain't even been here 15 minutes yet.
Oh shit.
Right. So that's how the night literally started.
Okay. All right.
So we're in this club, we're hanging out and everything. And I wound up, for whatever reason, this guy pissed me off. And the reason he pissed me off was really stupid, but it just hit me at the time. But we're all standing around. This is back when you can actually still smoke inside and everything.
Oh, wow. So this was a while back.
Yeah, it's like over a decade ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like 2009, 8,
Okay.
right around there.
Okay.
So yeah, we're all in there, we're smoking and everything, and I'm at the edge of the dance floor, and this guy standing next to me smoking, takes a cigarette and just throws it on the carpet. Mind you, the carpet is soaking wet in alcohol.
Oh God.
Right? And he's standing next to a table with an ashtray.
Oh.
So it was just one of them things that instantly just made me mad, I guess.
Yeah, because now you're in danger.
Well, I'm not in danger. I mean, it's not like it started a fire. It just pissed me off. He was that arrogant and, shit-headed to do it. So I start having a discussion with him, you could say. And his girl gets pissed off, apparently, and decides she wants to jump in. So the next thing you know, I'm having a discussion with her.
Okay.
And basically letting her know that she's about to get him fucked up real bad.
Oh my God.
And then she started running her mouth a little bit more, and I informed her that she could get fucked up just as bad. So then she was like, I'm going to go get the bouncers. And I was like, go ahead. Which one? Jim? David? Sean?
Wow.
Like, right. So it was like, yeah, go get the bouncers. So finally, one of the bouncers came over and was talking to us, and we talked, and I was like, you know what? We're going to go. We'll go find someplace else to go.
Okay. All right.
So we are going to walk. We're on the way walking out the doors. And as we are hitting the doors, I look up, and we parked literally right in front of the doors. And this person is sitting on my buddy's brand new Evo.
Ooh.
Yeah, right? He's just sitting on the hood like it's a thing to do.
Oh, boy.
So in my head now, right? So he just spent the last 10 minutes trying to get me not to get into a giant fight. Now I see this happening and I'm like, oh, he'll kill him.
Yeah.
Like, no questions asked. Like,
yeah,
oh,
it's going to
shit.
be over with. Right.
Yeah, right. So I'm trying to boot, scoot, and boogie and get out the fucking door first, right? And I kind of get over to the guy and I'm like, hey, man, nice car. That's pretty fucking clean. Is that your car? And he's like, oh, no, it's not mine. And right about then I reach over, get a hands on him, and skip his ass across the street.
Attaboy.
Letting him know that he shouldn't be on it. And while I'm doing that, I'm immediately turning around and trying to stop my friend from going after him. I'm like, get in the car. We're leaving. We got to go. Like, there's cops literally right across the street watching all of this.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right? So we get in the car. This idiot decides to get up, stand in front of the car, and not let us leave. And just start running his mouth.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Right?
You got to handle that, brah.
So now we're sitting in this car, and it was funny because I'm looking out the window watching this guy go completely fucking apeshit nuts, and the conversation in the car is going, don't run him over. The cops are literally sitting across the street. They're please don't hit him. Don't. And I'm leaning out the window, and I'm like, hey, guy, I really don't want to do this. Not trying to go to jail. Get out of here. We're just trying to leave. Keeps going. Oh, my buddy's finally going, can I just shoot him?
Oh my God.
Right? And I'm like,
Jesus.
no,
let's not do that.
And we're trying to go. And I'm like, we shouldn't even be driving. Like, we do not need any more attention on us than we need. So this goes on for a couple minutes. And finally I go, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. He goes, cool. Puts it in gear. Boom. Dude rolls over the hood. Lights.
Wow. Wow. Holy shit.
So now immediately I'm like, well, fuck, we're going to jail tonight. Right?
Yes.
So this female cop comes over, and she comes over, and I lean out my window, and immediately I'm like, officer, dear, I'm sorry. And she goes, you know what? I saw the whole thing. You guys get out of here.
Oh.
Didn't even talk to us. I was like, cool, we's out. We went up about a block, hung a right, and pulled into the first fucking parking lot we could find. Because, again, shouldn't be driving. We were thinking safe.
Absolutely.
Right? So
Safety
we
first.
get out. We start wandering around, just kind of hitting places. And it was every place we went, it was just something. Either he was getting into it with somebody or I was. To the point, literally, I tried to pull a guy out of his window at a stoplight.
Oh, my God.
Just
crazy as I used to be.
Yeah, just because it was like, where I come from, man, you don't I fuck people. Sorry.
Nope. That's all right. Yep.
You know?
I'm with it.
Right? So we go through this, and we wound up catching this. We hit this alley, and we were cutting through this alley, and we found this little bitty ass hole in the wall bar.
Okay.
In the middle of this alley. We didn't even know it was there. We were like, oh, cool. We walk in, and there's like 5-6 people in there.
Okay.
We're like, perfect. Go up to the bar, order a drink. Now, me and him, we've been sitting there talking for a little bit. At the time, my wife was on the phone. We're all bullshitting. I'm talking to her. We're just kind of having a conversation. These 2 girls come up and sit next to us. And mind you, I'm on the phone talking to my old lady at the time and talking to my buddy, right? These 2 girls, they come up, they sit next to us. They start chatting me up. Just talking, bullshitting, and this girl's trying to explain to me and how freaky she is. Right?
Okay.
Not somebody I've been talking to all night. Literally somebody that's been sitting next to me for a couple of minutes. And she's just like, weird. Cool. So I'm trying to, cool. Thank you, on the phone. She kind of just still going. So after a couple minutes, I like, you know what? Here, and hand my buddy the phone. And I'm like, you talk to her for a few minutes. And I turn around and I'm like, all right, my dear, now you have my attention, right? Let's have this conversation.
Right.
Explain to me how freaky you are. So she starts going into the, what I would consider the very basic stuff, right? I like crops, love feathers,
all that.
And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cute. You know, so you like a little bit of spanking, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm super freaky. And I'm like, well, that's my problem, honey. I was like, your definition of freaky and my definition of freaky are on 2 different fucking levels. And I was like, your crops and your feathers are cute, but what are you going to do when I bend you over and fuck you with a chicken? So when I say this,
wow.
Again, we are in a little bar. All 8 people at the time in this bar heard this, and it was like all eyes, whoosh. And the bartender drops his glass. I mean, it was like it was literally one of those moments. He did one of these.
Yeah,
and
right.
Just drops his glass.
Oh my God.
So yes, that is the now infamous chicken, because that story went over 10 years and only 2 people on this planet knew it.
Wow.
Now it's infamous.
Unbelievable. Holy shit. All right. Well, there you go.
That's the chicken story.
It's the infamous chicken story. Like, just know when I go see Bjorn, I'm gonna be like,
what's up with the chicken though?
What's up? What you do to the chicken? Like, are you making us chicken? Where has it been? You know? Real
Start
quick,
with
shout out
the
to Ken Rose.
Great
the
story.
$5.
Yay, Ken Rose. He's one of my guys.
Salute to you.
Nice.
What up, Mexican?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey,
I saw the link was in the chat. I wanted to come in there. Actually, by the way, glad to be on a panel with you, Don. I've been following your work for years, actually, since probably since probably your first appearance on Fresh and Fit. I remember seeing you there, and when Fresh and Fit were like 1 year into their YouTube career. And you were coming on there, so I saw your debate with the white pill guy. I saw your video. Yeah, that dude. I saw like your analysis with the Kevin Samuels and Myron Gaines drama stuff. I've been following your work for a long time, man.
Good.
I'm
glad
actually
for your support, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool.
Jake runs like a more political red pill-ish, podcast.
I'm more of like a MAGA guy. I'm a MAGA bro.
Hey, I'm a MAGA bro too, bro.
It's been a little while since I talked to you.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you, bro.
I had to give him a whooping of a lifetime, Don. I had to give him the whooping of a lifetime. I had to tell him, I had to teach him why, worrying about body count is cope. Like they're never going to know the truth.
You got to send Don that debate, Glenn.
I will.
Yeah, send it to him.
Send it to him.
I had to tell him, like, look, man, body count really doesn't matter in the end of the day, because what you really need to worry about is how she treats you.
That's right.
Yeah, well, my argument was as far as men that are like I guess mean, quote unquote mean to women in the chat or whatever, like on Fresh and Fit. I don't think they're doing that because they're thinking like body count's a cope. Glenn's argument was they can't get laid by these women, thus they're angry about it. My argument to that is, well, where's your proof on that? I would argue that a lot of men actually have a lot to be concerned about with women in today's era that can potentially have a big body count. Now, I'm not saying to make it, let you go crazy about the body count. But however, I think because of the rise of feminism, I think a lot of men have plenty to be concerned about going forward, especially with relationships and feminism, etc.
You just assume that they're all promiscuous, then you're good.
I think check this out. I think it's all relative. Okay. If we were alive 70 years ago, body count matters no matter what. Okay.
Especially biologically. Yeah.
Right. Biologically. But let me add a little context to that. Every girl, just like Glenn just said, you have to assume that every girl has at least a double-digit body count because most of them actually do. And so I think what a lot of guys, we had a lot of knuckleheads in our chat and in our comments that say, unless she's a virgin, no hymen, no diamond. Well, it's going to be a long wait. Yeah, and I think a lot of guys views that, just like you said, as a cope because they know they're not going to get laid anyway. So what they're doing is they are preemptively rejecting the girls who would reject them otherwise. Well, I wouldn't fuck you anyway because you have a high body count. My nigga, you would fuck whether she has a high body count or not.
For real.
Body count only matters pardon me, if you're vetting a woman for a long-term relationship. And you absolutely have to understand that most women are going to have a high body count. It ain't 1965. Like, dude, 1965 ain't walking through that door. So if you want a relationship of consequence with a modern woman, you're going to have to accept the immutable truth that most women have high body counts. Now, at that point, if you decide to bow out, listen, I'm not going to date a woman with a high body count. Fine, nobody's blaming you, but shut the fuck up about what you will or won't do, because nobody gives a fuck about what you will or won't do if you're not out here getting any action anyway. We know that most girls are hoes. Accept it and move on.
Don, what's the percentage of, I guess, men do you believe are coping in that way? Like, what's the percentage?
90% of men. Here's the thing.
You think it's 90%?
Dude, listen, check this out.
Okay.
10 to 15, only 10 to 15% of men are getting laid right now. Okay. The bottom, and this includes married men too. The bottom 85% wants the world to believe, well, I don't get laid because I don't want. No, every guy wants to get laid. It is we are biologically hardwired to want to get laid. That is just all there is to it. But in terms of percentages of the percentage of men who get laid and those who don't, it's like, and what you have to understand, man, is that most men would fuck most women, but most women wouldn't fuck most men. Okay. Sure. And what you also have to understand is that unless a man is sexually attractive to a woman, he is invisible to her. Yep. And the reason I say that is that most women don't realize that most men are sexually invisible to them. So when we have discussions like this, their purview, their data set, it's only the men they want to fuck. They're not paying attention to Melvin at Jiffy Lube. They're not paying they're not paying attention to Justin the barista. Yes, they're there to serve a purpose, but you're not, dude, you're not going to holler at Lionel, the cashier at CVS. You don't even see Lionel. No, what you do see are guys like Justin Waller, Andrew Tate, Myron Gaines. Those are the men, and in a woman's world, that is their whole world. So when you ask a woman, well, what percentage of men do you think are getting laid? They're going to say, I don't know, 80 to 90%. No. Well, it's 80 to 90% of the men that are sexually visible to you.
Yeah. So you're making the claim that 90%. Well, even going back to the cope argument here, I don't know, Don. Glenn brought up an argument saying that Michael Sartain, he had brought up a examination of an OnlyFans models.
Even on Fresh and Fit, also they do too. The girls that have OnlyFans, like they'll ask them like, what's your sub count before the show, and then
what's your sub after
count, like 48 hours after the show.
Yeah.
And then like the numbers are like staggering.
And that is
sure. And
all the dudes in the chat running their mouths about how they wouldn't, they did.
Okay, well, here's my question though. Obviously, when it comes to the active chat of people that are, and I'm specifically talking about the ones that talk shit to these girls, only the ones that talk shit to them. Sure. How many of them are subscribing to those OnlyFans, and how many of them that are not talking shit, that are simping? Because I believe the ones that are simping, like the ones that you see on Instagram, etc., the ones that are telling them that they're beautiful, the ones that are actually adjusting their actual delusion, are the ones subbing way more than the ones that are telling them that they're whores.
I think the ones that are absolutely mean to women, those are their most loyal subscribers. And it goes back to what Glenn says. The reason they hate these women is because they don't want to fuck them. And another reason why they hate these women is because they know that there are men who get sexual access to them. They don't have to pay 1 red cent. But if you want to see her feet, if you want to see her tits, if you want to see her pussy, they got to pay. That's why they're really upset. But guess what? They're still going to pay. And the reason why they're so mean to these women is they're like, dude, I got to pay to see this woman naked. And I know that there are men out there that don't have to pay 1 red cent to see this woman naked. Yeah, well, okay. That's a lot of time is where the anger.
Okay. So real quick, anecdotally, like I can sit here because I've done reviews on a lot of these FNF and whatever podcasts. I could sit here and say, yeah, that chick is XYZ. You could take it as me talking shit. However, I don't subscribe to their OnlyFans. I don't do any of that garbage. I make videos specifically to kind of call out these types of individuals.
Right, but that's the difference. But you have to understand that content creators and content consumers.
But even if I wasn't a content creator, I would still have the same mentality.
No, but you are, and that's the difference. Okay.
Sure, but even before I was a content creator, I was doing this.
Listen, hold on, you can't put yourself in that. Like, you're not the type of dude who is gonna just talk shit about women just because. These guys who are mean to girls in the chat, a lot of those guys are losers. Like, I have never felt the need to troll anyone in the chat, even somebody I don't know. But you are different. You are a content creator. So that doesn't put you in the same lane as these girls who, listen, I dunk on women on Fresh and Fit all the time. I'm actually fucking there. Nobody thinks I'm a loser. So don't shortchange yourself, man. Just because you're hypercritical of modern women and their fuckery does not mean that you're on par with these losers who pay $20 to troll these girls.
Yeah, well, I get you there, and obviously there's a show factor to it, right? It's entertainment, etc.
No.
But-
Let me stop you. No, hold on. Let me stop you right there. I don't like it when, and I'm not saying this towards you. I don't like it when people try to take people behind the wall. No. What they do on Fresh and Fit is 1,000% authentic. And I really, and a lot of girls make this argument. Well, don't worry about it, girl. They're only doing this for entertainment. No.
No, not at all.
Truth is absolutely entertaining. And the reason why it's so entertaining is because there's hardly been anything done like that before.
Yeah.
It is very, very rare for beautiful women to be told the truth by men. And women are, this is one of the many terrible things about being a hot girl. When you're a hot girl, nobody's honest with you. Girls are not honest with you because they want to be around you because of all the benefits. Guys are never honest with you because they want to fuck you. Then they get in front of a dude like me or Myron Gaines and we tell them what it is because we're not trying to fuck these broads.
Right. No,
as a hot girl, I found that Glenn Lawrence has been very honest with me, so I just wanted to shout him out for that.
Yeah,
which hot girl? Who's there? No, I'm kidding. No, I mean, you're all right, but yeah.
What's going on, Grace?
What's up, Glenn?
How you guys
I
doing?
wanted to ask Donovan a question. I'm a streamer. I've heard of you.
Oh, good.
When you say like that that men are out of like women's sexual sites or whatever, you're saying like 80% of men don't get laid or women don't consider them attractive. I'm just curious. I'm not even trying to be like a debate bro about this, but like if I see like a cute cashier, I would find him attractive. The fact that he's a cashier doesn't make me say like, oh, no way.
I get it. I understand. Even if you were telling the truth, and I don't know if you are or not, you are the exception to the rule, and the exception doesn't make the rule. The fact of the matter is that most men are sexually unattractive to most women, dude. And I don't even need any data. Just look at the Tinder data. Women, dude, men what's the percentage of women who swipe right on versus swipe left? Dude.
Oh, okay. But the thing about Tinder is that that's the data based on that is extremely superficial. Like all you're doing is swiping on a picture.
Yes.
But in person,
exactly.
women are actually much less superficial than men, which I just think is a difference. I don't think men are worse for being more attracted to like looks and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of times women will go for men who aren't good looking. But when you're on Tinder, all you're really going to go off of is whether they're good looking or
you
not.
Say a lot of times women go for men who are not good looking. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure they do a lot. Relatively speaking, percentage wise, most women do not find most men attractive, and that's okay. And here's the thing, women, you guys are not supposed to find most men attractive, and the reason for that is because there's a lot more at stake for you guys when you have sex. When guys have sex, okay, we get a girl pregnant, we don't have to be around, she's the mom, right? When a woman has sex, there's a chance of pregnancy. You're goddamn right. You guys are going to be a lot more selective because there's a lot more at stake for you guys than us. And listen, good for you if you find the CVS cashier attractive or whatever. Like I said, you are clearly the exception to the rule because most women out here are super selective, and that's okay.
Well, wait, hold on a second though. I agree that women are gatekeepers. Like men are gatekeepers of commitment and women are gatekeepers of sex. I agree with that. But are you saying that that's a problem that women are more selective than men?
No,
or are you just
No. I literally just told you that's okay. Women have to be more selective.
But it seems like you're describing it as a problem, like 80% of men don't get paid. Because women are so picky.
Okay, I get it. Women are picky because they have to be. Okay. And I'm telling you right now with my voice, this is not a problem. This is just how it is. Okay. Yeah. My tone of voice can be very aggressive. I'm telling you right now, Grace. It is not. Hold on. I'm telling you right now. It is not a problem that women are more selective than men. Women have to be more selective than men because there is so much more at stake for you guys in the act of sexual intercourse. I'm not saying, listen, and here's the thing. I'm not going to cry about it. I like the fact that women are more selective than men because
Hypergamy is a good thing.
Women that have even higher body counts than they do now. What I am saying is that there are men out here that need to understand that if you want the company of a beautiful woman, there are things that you need to bring to the table that is going to separate you from the bottom 85 to 90% of men. It has never, ever been a problem for me. I'm not here to cry about it. I just observe it.
Yeah,
and what would you say that? Oh, sorry.
I think hypergamy is a great thing for men.
I think it's all, dude. Hypergamy is a wonderful thing. Oh my god, hypergamy is wonderful. I will never.
I think a lot of men.
It could weed out the losers.
It's a different game.
Wait, who is?
I think it's a big
What's
problem.
up,
It's like a lot
Francis?
of men are like so like old with. Hey, what's up, Glenn? Just want to jump in here because I can't stick around too
Oh,
long.
what's up, man?
So I just want to get my point in real quick. What's up? I think one of the factors is like men are kind of like they're dealing with the old paradigm where like usually if you got like made money, that was like one of the big factors that helped you get a woman. Where that's really not as valuable as it is now. But I want to give as much one of my own failures or why I'm a good alpha male example is I admit when I'm wrong, when I messed up. I do want to say I want to apologize in some way that someone here, they've been a nice supporter of me. They helped me out. I do want to say I apologize. I just want to shout out. Thank you, people like Glenn Lawrence, Ruby Spacek, Ava for supporting me and for supporting my YouTube journey. I just want to shout them out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Princess.
Yeah.
Good. That's big of you to do, man. A lot of people don't have the balls to come on and say, "Hey, look, man, I fucked up and I'm wrong." So good on you, man.
No, I want him to apologize specifically to my face because he's talking about me. I'm the one who started him on his YouTube career. No, wait, hold on. I'm the one who started this little twink on his YouTube career, and now he banned me from his chat. He won't have me on his panels. He's a backstabber. Apologize to me to my face like a real man. We're real men here, right?
Yeah. Glenn,
a real man.
Is this your podcast, Glenn, or is it Grace's? Like, what are we doing?
Is this
Like, dude, Grace is all, dude, listen, y'all talking about Queen Grace. She's on here acting like a goddamn feminist, man.
Well, she is a feminist.
Jesus Christ. I don't want to be a debate monger, but blah, 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 blah. And then she actually told me that, why do you have a problem? I literally told her 8 times, this is not a problem, but she still wants to say I have a problem. Give me a break, dude.
Well, she said you sound like you have a problem.
Yeah, guess what? That's
yeah,
why
exactly.
Yeah, right. This is why, and this is why, dude. This is why women shouldn't. This is why women should not be in male spaces.
Correct.
Because she wasn't listening to me. She was just listening to the tone of my voice. I gave her an 8-minute rant on why hypergamy wasn't a problem. Then she says, "It sounds like you're a problem." And I'm not trying to be a debate monger. No, Grace just wanted to argue, and she got on.
Yeah.
That's all there was to it.
And
what up,
you bringing me up? I can't stick around though, so the trick.
Don't apologize to her.
So
You don't owe her
I
an
think Grace
apology.
can be a little more calming, but I do have some plans. But Glenn, thanks for coming on my show tonight. I definitely want to come back another time when I'm more available.
Yes,
definitely down.
That was fun last night.
Great show. Take it easy. Nice to meet you guys, but I can't hang out. See you guys around. Peace.
Good to meet you too, man.
All right, what up, Beans?
Man, what's up, bro?
What's going on?
Look at that bull's head. Yeah, representing.
No, I'm just representing the city. I don't mess with the team at all. Nah. But I did want to ask this question real quick to him, and I just realized when I hit the StreamYard that I was mad behind. It was just both of y'all on the panel and the young fella next to Donovan. And I just came up and seeing all these people. I'm like, oh, I was way behind in the stream.
Yeah, man.
But I did want to ask this because this is what I heard when I first came up. When you say that hypergamy isn't a problem, would you say that hypergamy is a good thing for 100% of women?
No, actually, I said it's not a problem for men. It's actually a benefit for men. It's actually a problem for women.
Hey, can I actually make one announcement real quick?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Go ahead, Siege.
Oh, somebody else is up. There we are.
That's Siege.
Okay, yeah, it's Siege D right over here. Just making a quick announcement. Please stop bringing your drama to other people's streams, guys. Please just focus on the discussion and don't be bringing up drama. All right? All right.
I think he's talking about Grace.
A woman joins a male panel and stirs up drama. Surprise!
Say it isn't so.
Yeah, no shit, bro.
No way.
She tried to be like undercover with it, and I don't want to argue, but then she got all aggressive. I'm like, here we go, another fucking feminist.
So, Beans, to answer your question, I think it's actually detrimental for women today because it's like they're not using it correctly. Like it was normally used to like go find your husband, right? You would use hypergamy. You would want to get the best man that could provide the most resources for you and your offspring, and that's going to be that you can look up to, right? Now it's utilized. It's open hypergamy. They're using it like
there you go. Open hypergamy is the problem. You want to know what open hypergamy is? There's another name for open hypergamy: temporary hypergamy. The way hypergamy is supposed to be used is a woman is supposed to consolidate on the highest value man available to her for the long term. You're 22, you're young and hot, tall, good-looking guy who makes money. Bingo. That's where hypergamy works for both men and women. Where it's been sort of bastardized is the deregulation of the sexual marketplace. And so women are exercising, just like you said, open hypergamy, which means that when they consolidate on a high value guy, guess what? They're still looking for a higher value guy. That's when it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I think so, I think it's problematic if every woman is looking for the same guy, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think they all would qualify necessarily.
Absolutely.
From the standpoint of what it is that they're trading, right? When the guys I know, and frankly, Glenn, I was talking about this earlier on another platform. The guys I knew who had great access to what we would consider 7, 8s, and 9s ended up marrying 5s and 6s.
You want to know why? You want to know why? Because men with experience with women, they know 8s, 9s, and 10s. They belong to the game, my friend. Listen, man. 8s, 9s, and 10s back in 1965 used to get wiped up all the time. They were beautiful wives. And I remember this one time, my friend Andrew told me this story. Well, Andrew Tate, I don't know if you guys know who he is. Andrew Tate's a good
I have no idea who that is.
Okay, well look
I
him up,
kid,
Google
bro.
him.
I kid.
I remember one time he was telling us the story. Him and Tristan were at, I think they were in Estonia, and they found themselves in this super small village, population 300 people, and they noticed all of these beautiful young women around. And they kind of looked at each other kind of furtively and were like, wait a minute, are we actually in a place where there are hot girls who don't know they're hot? So they go to this cafe and they're talking to these girls. Come to find out, 2 of the girls, 500,000 followers on Instagram, another 400,000 followers on Instagram.
Wow.
If a woman, and it's interesting, being born attractive as a woman in this day and age, it's a blessing, but it's more of a curse. Because like I said, people are not honest with super hot girls, number one. Number two, most guys just think you're a thought because most 8s, 9s, and 10s are monetized to some degree. And the reason why men with experience don't wife up the 8s, 9s, and 10s is because they know that those 8s, 9s, and 10s exercise open hypergamy, which is what you were talking about. This is when hypergamy is bad because they're always looking for an upgrade. 8s, 9s, and 10s can't be satisfied with one high-value man. They're either branch swinging or they've got multiple high-value men taking care of their needs. This is why and I tell guys all the time, if you want to increase the odds of success, and there are no guarantees in life, if you really want to be in a good long-term relationship with a woman that you can trust and love, you're far more likely to have a better relationship with a 5 or a 6 than the occasional 7. But 8s, 9s, and 10s who get dick literally thrown at them all, even as soon as an 8, 9, or 10 opens up her phone, she's getting hit in the face with dicks all the time. She puts her phone on her nightstand to go to bed. When she's asleep, she's getting hit in the face with dicks. Women are human, and getting that kind of attention is addictive. So don't go for the 8s, the 9s, and 10s, guys. 5s and 6s, possibly 7s. That's your sweet spot. Men,
you know what? But see, I also say like the 8s, 9s, and 10s, they have a lower body count.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. 8s, 9s, and 10s. And listen, boys and girls, 8s, 9s, and 10s, believe it or not, they're a lot easier to cold approach and chat up. Would you like to know why? Because most
nobody
men are
does it.
intimidated by 8s, 9s, and 10s.
Yep.
However, it's very, very difficult to fuck 8s, 9s, and 10s on the first date, if at all. 5s, 6s, and 7s, notoriously difficult to approach. Would you like to know why? Because everybody is hollering at 5s, 6s, and 7s all the time. And because they're getting hollered at all the time, they have an inflated sense of ego.
Yeah.
So when you walk up and say, hi, my name is Donovan, they shit test you, right? Whereas 8s, 9s, and 10s, they're not used to men walking up and having a conversation that makes it clear that you're not looking for friendship. So the dichotomy is 8s, 9s, and 10s, very easy to approach, cold approach, very difficult to have sex with. 5s, 6s, and 7, very difficult to approach, like taking candy from a baby, getting in between the sheets.
Well, because they also have to give you that added value just to get your attention.
Absolutely.
And since it's not their beauty, they got to give up the booty.
7s, listen, sex with 5s, 6s, and 7s is 10 times better than sex with 8s, 9s, and 10s.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But this is what I want to say, because I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that. I think that's something I would consider, whether or not I believe it's the majority or minority for either side. I would think that would be actually a great conversation. But when I think about the marriage numbers, right?
Yeah.
And so as a black man, I'm having conversations with black women, and I'm saying, well, we look at these other demographics. There is no other demographic that is married under 50%. And the only reason why that could be is because there are some average people over there getting with average people. They not sitting around playing this hypergamy game, and from either aspect, whether it's from a status aspect, an economical aspect, or a looks aspect, right? Yep. In order for you to have 54%, I think, white, 62% Hispanic, 67% Asian, like in order for that to exist, there has to be a bunch of people who are not playing the hypergamy game. So do we want as a demographic, do we want to be in that 50 plus 60%, of married folks, or do we want to continue to play this game of I want the best option out there?
Well, so
But I also think they are playing.
Is that they are playing the game. Just because people are getting married doesn't mean that they're not getting divorced. And
Just on a smaller
money
degree,
granted.
though.
Yeah, because
we know we had the divorce rate too. Yeah, so we know divorce is high, but I mean, they still getting married, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
but you have to understand, women are not going to be in relationships with men they don't want to be in relationships with unless they don't have any other options.
Yeah.
I'm never going to tell, and this is the thing, I'm never going to tell a woman that she does, even if a woman is 300 pounds and all this other kind of stuff, if she wants to have standards, she can have all the standards she wants. Does she qualify for it? Yes or no? Do the men you want you? If the answer is no, you've got work to do. But if the answer is yes, exercise that hypergamy as long as it's permanent hypergamy, not open hypergamy. Again, open hypergamy means you're always looking for the next biggest, brightest thing. Regular, healthy hypergamy is okay. Highest
I'm finding my husband, I'm staying with my husband,
and I'm going away.
Right.
Yep.
Getting out the way.
Donovan, can I ask you a question about that? So I would think normally people would say that men are more likely to, let's say, want multiple partners, and women are more likely. I understand this, right? But like, kind of women kind of want to settle down and
women don't want to be fucking 5 guys. They only want to be fucking 1. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm not saying at the same time, but I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. But when you say open her hypergamy, she's kind of not gonna settle. You're saying, and she's kind of keeping bouncing around. That's a modern branching.
Keep trying to level up.
Listen, when I say open hypergamy, what I also mean is temporary hypergamy. So healthy hypergamy is a girl saying, okay, there's this guy. I'm going to consolidate on this guy. I'm going to get married. I'm going to have his kids. That's healthy hypergamy. Open hypergamy is like, okay, I see this guy and I'm going to get with this guy, but I'm going to have other fishing
one eye
rods
open
off the back of the boat in case something else better comes along. That is unhealthy hypergamy. That's what creates hoes, is open temporary hypergamy.
But doesn't isn't the reason that women didn't used to do that is because
not used to do
women lose out when you basically they're a cum dumpster, right?
Yep. Literally a cum dumpster. 100%.
Oh, okay. So they're not really getting away with something.
No,
they're losing.
It appears.
No, it's different now.
Well, hold on. Let me answer this question. You're absolutely right, and I don't know your name is, but you're absolutely right. And it's funny in the world of dating. If you're taking care of yourself, when women tend to win all the battles, men, we win the war. Okay. I'm 47 years old and I'm more attractive than I ever was when I was 27. Women can't say the same thing. So while it seems that women do win in the short term because they're getting all the dick and all the attention, at some point, that roller coaster ride is going to come to an end. And I always say this: females stop maturing as soon as they figure out that men want to have sex with them. They stop maturing mentally, because a woman is born with everything she needs to get everything she needs. And in a woman's mind, if men are looking at me sexually, well, male attention equals marriage, family, relationships, resources. It is literally the key to them having a good life. So as soon as they figure out, oh, I'm sexually attractive to men, this is why we have a whole generation of women who don't know how to cook or clean, who are not interested in domestic chores, because they have stopped maturing. But here's the thing. They start maturing again when they don't have the same options. When they start buying their own drinks at the club, when the last guy she's in a situationship decided, you know what, this is not for me. When men stop throwing dick at women, all of a sudden they're like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
now I have to learn how to cook and clean.
Reality gonna start setting in.
This is why we say women are overgrown children. You ever met a 36-year-old woman who acts like she's 20? The reason for that is because she figured out that men wanted to fuck her at 16. So when she finally figured out, wait a minute, I need to get myself together, her maturation process has already slowed. She's basically a 36-year-old. She's a 20-year-old in a 36-year-old's body. That's how that works.
So you're saying it's good news for men, not bad news.
I'm not saying it's good or bad news. I'm just saying that that's what it is. Like,
I thought you were coming from a perspective that it's like bad news for men, because I agree with you. I just recently had a split up. And I can't believe, and I went on the internet, I can't believe how much, like, seriously young, hot women are like super attracted to a guy like me. I thought I was like out of the game because of that whole, I think because of daddy issues, honestly. But like, it's if you play the long game. What's that?
That could have a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, those chicks are attracted to you. They remind you, you remind them of their daddy, bro. Could be a case of that.
I'm saying
but
like,
you know
I'm not
what?
that type of guy, but like the pussy's there. I mean, it's like I was like, what?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But I you know what? I want to disagree with something that you said, Donovan. I think women do want to have sex with multiple guys.
Yeah, they do.
I think women are way more promiscuous than we want to actually give them credit for. If you ever
No,
watch,
I didn't. No, hold on. You're right. I didn't say that women don't want to be fucking multiple guys, but they are. And the reason they do that is because they want to maintain that abundance mindset. You ask, and the funny thing is that like women will have a bunch of sugar daddies. They don't really want to be fucking all of them, but they have to get what they need. Women only want to be fucking one guy. And here's the thing. A woman will be having sex with 3 to 4 different guys. There's one guy she really wants to be with. There's always the plan A guy. Always. But
I just like an opportunity to finish my statement.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is this: maybe I'm different. I'm from Chicago, a little bit different. I grew up since I was 11. I've been into, I don't know if you want me to say the P word, so I say corn. Right? They are literally built for it. Right? Like,
listen, just because you from Chi-Town where R. Kelly is doing the step in the name of love,
listen,
okay?
I just want to finish one sentiment, but so you know, like, but I'm saying, what I know is I don't think today that we actually want to take into account that we're not dealing with the same breed of women. We say it when we want to use something against them, but I'm saying the programming since free love in the 60s has made women different. Best case scenario, we know women are delusional, right? And they want the fairy tale. I'm saying the fairy tale has changed. If the fairy tale could be, she gets the billionaire dude who provides for everything, and she gets to randomly sleep with the men she are attracted to, I think the majority of women would take that lifestyle.
I agree. I think that a woman would be happiest if she had a high value husband and a big dick nigga to dick him down at the end of the day, because at that point she is satisfying both sides of her hypergamy. Alpha fucks, beta bucks. And here's also what feminism did. Feminism split the man in two. Back in the day, women used to marry the men that they both wanted and needed. These days, feminism has told men you need to split into 2 different people. You can either be the man that women want or the man that women need. And we understand we get more sexual access when we become the men that women want. Here's the thing. Women want and need certain things. It's almost impossible to find them in the same man, which is why women are almost always fucking multiple dudes.
Yeah. Also, women have way more frame of reference nowadays because the body count is so high. They've dealt with so many different men that they're trying to add all that up into one guy, which is impossible.
It is,
so the standards have gone up.
And check this out: women are not built for pornography. They're not built for it. How many porn stars have died in the past 5 years? A lot of them,
and the depression rates, etc.
Right. We got women, dude, overdosing, blowing it, because it's just, listen, man. And this is why 25% of women are on anti-anxiety medications, antidepressants, or both, is because sleeping around is not mentally or physically good for women. Yeah, it looks like they're having a good time and they're getting all these W's, but there is a reason why these bitches cry themselves to sleep. They cry themselves to sleep because of the mental and physical anguish that comes with sharing their bodies with hordes of men. It's not what they should be doing, but of course, feminism makes it okay.
No, I agree with you when you say it's not what they should be doing, right?
Absolutely,
but we know that's not how they think, right? They just want to do what they want to do. But it's like I keep seeing story after story after story. These young girls, like as soon as I turned 18, OnlyFans. I had 40 bodies at 16 years old.
Lily
right?
Phillips,
Like,
the 1,000 guys in 24 hours. You remember that, Beans? 1,000 guys in 24 hours?
100 guys in 24 hours.
The one that was crying afterwards.
Yeah,
but so this is what I'm
saying.
Like, I'm knowing it's way more women who have these kind of practices. They're not telling their men, they're not telling their family, they're not telling their husbands. To your point, I would say that the corn in itself is probably problematic to it. But if it's like something that they did, you know how they say my college experience, right? Like you see a lot of these women come through college and then they move on, and I think they're pretty much okay. But to your point, you say it's 25% of them that's doping up. Well, the majority of those women, probably out of that 25%, you could probably say 98% of them didn't do no kind of corn and they still on the medication. So to your point, it's probably not healthy for them and they probably need to figure that out.
And check this out. The average rank and file hoe, American female, they have a higher body count than even porn stars. We see what porn stars do because they're on camera. Dude,
Right.
dude, I'm gonna tell you what. And here's the thing: a lot of girls don't even know what their body count is. I've heard girls say, "I stopped counting at 60." 60? What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. And then in the industry, I'm sorry, this real quick. In the industry, it's only like 100 guys.
Yeah, right.
They fuck all the
even in
chicks.
the industry,
Right.
they're all fucking the same guys.
Exactly.
Even in the
they do
industry.
1,000 scenes with 15 different dudes.
It's always.
And I'll tell you this, like
same
Donovan
age
and our friend, like Donovan and I have a friend named Sterling, and he'll tell you.
Oh,
like,
yes.
he preaches against porn. Now he goes around and telling guys not to get on that shit.
Yeah, man.
Like it's like his way of like his penance. Like, you know, he's like, I know I was now I know I'm wrong for doing what I was doing and playing the part that I contributed. He's like, and I just want all these guys know not to do it. You know, I told him, I was like, well, you know, you made it easy because like as soon as we became friends, I can't watch my friend have sex. That's gay.
By the way, also the glorification of these women that are on OnlyFans, etc. I go back to Lily Phillips as an example. She literally posted a video of her going out into the streets with the sperm still on her face.
Oh,
saying that she had a great. Yeah, have you seen that video, Don?
Oh my God.
Have you seen that shit, bro? She's glorifying her lifestyle, saying this is great, this and that. Semen still on her face, out in the open in public, bro, glorifying this shit. Young women will see that and say, wow, there's no shame there. Women have lost the shame when it comes to this, the pornography and sex work, etc. And this is the glorification of why so many women see that type of shit and say, wait, I can make a bag. Who cares? There's no shame factor anymore. I think shame needs to be brought back as well, especially if we want to lower down, if we see the problem of high body counts with women and toxic hypergamy, or what you described,
Temporary
Don.
hypergamy, yeah.
Temporary, yeah. I think men need to step up and shame more and stop purchasing these OnlyFans, which I don't think will ever.
Women are not going to do anything.
No, it's hard to shame somebody that can't be shamed because they don't. Feel
it worked
shame
in the
for what they're
50s. That's the
doing.
thing. That's the thing. It worked
Because
in the 50s.
They still felt shame for it.
Yeah, they still show. Yeah, exactly. But
don't
nowadays, I'm
feel
saying
shame
that
for
they're
it anymore.
glorifying. Well, that's what I'm saying. People like Lily Phillips, that is walking around with semen on her face, is a huge issue that definitely influences young women to go out there and say,
100%.
"Fuck it." You know, same thing with the fat movement. Look at the fat movement.
Did you hear about her eye infection from all that?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God,
that was in the news.
Guy.
No, she
Was that
caught
real? Are you serious?
Yes, she caught a rare eye infection. Her eyes were swelling up from too much fluid.
No way! Are you kidding me?
Here's the thing. I don't know if you guys saw, like, there's the guy that did the Lily Phillips documentary. I actually did a reaction of it on my channel. At the end of the documentary, he caught her right after she had banged guy number 100. That woman lost her soul. And you can tell. And yes, listen, she walked out with the semen on her face, but at the end of that, in that very raw moment, she starts to cry. She's literally broken.
Yeah, she realized
the
moment she realized she was a whore.
Body, when you share your body with 100 men in less than 24 hours, ain't no coming back from that. Listen, I want you to understand this. Broken men can be fixed. Broken women cannot.
Yeah. You could literally see the instant it hit her,
dude,
and it was
oh
like,
my God. Oh my God, I'm a whore.
That soul left the building.
Why didn't anybody tell me?
We had a conversation. I think we had a conversation about this on your channel before. I think we was either here or on what's the name channel. Like, you know, for me, it's weird. I don't condemn it like corn in itself. I don't necessarily condemn it. I still view it to some degree to this day. I just think it's
like
just
shit. I'm
too
viewing
much.
it right now.
I don't think. Nah, well, that would be rude. But I just like it's like I look at it the same way how I look at everything else. It's like too much of it is a problem. It's better when it's minimized. Like it seemed like it was super cool when it felt like it was, 10 dudes and 100 girls a year. And it was like they was just these freaky girls. They was the freaky girls who would do these scenes, who would flash it,
and they were rare.
Orleans, and that was it. But now everybody and their mama got a camera and an account, and everybody think they sexy and think it's cool, and
they want attention.
The problem. Yeah. I think there's always been a space in society for the quote unquote whores. They will exist. Isaiah 45
never
and 7.
Gonna not exist.
Isaiah 45 and 7. And I'm not a Christian, but I just like the scripture says, I create the good and the evil, right? I God do all of these things. So there will be some level of whatever we consider evil that will exist. Let's suppose we consider it evil, right? It will exist. But if it's a minority, 10% of
Commonplace
society. That's
now,
not
man.
bad, right? But now it's the problem is that you got 60% of women out here thinking that this is their career choice. I watched a video the other day, Glenn, Donovan, y'all, everybody. The chick said she picked her porn star name out when she was 12.
Oh shit! Stop it!
And she's still using that name to this day.
God, dude, this is crazy.
You see what I'm saying? So at 12 years old, she was already planning this.
And Beans, just to add on to that,
since we were talking about Lily Phillips, I got this clip to play for you. Check this out.
Oh no! Be careful, man. This is on my channel.
oh, he's number 996. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
92.
I wouldn't put anything bad on it. She brought this upon herself. She wanted it. She desired it. And here's the thing, she sought out the men. There's a bunch of men that probably, try to hit her up to be a part of it. They probably put a monetized thing once you're selected, which I heard is the $1,000 for each of them. And they probably screened them. So she got all these men. She selected the ones that she wanted, and they paid her for it. She's not a victim here. Like, she went all the way out of her way to do this. And
we talked about that.
Yeah, I said, it would be great to have a conversation with her. But,
I took the initiative and I set it up for you. And she said yes.
Wait, what? You
Yeah.
got Lily Phillips say yes to a conversation?
Sorta.
What do you mean, sorta?
Oh boy, that's not
I'll show you.
What did you do?
Well, I auditioned you for the thing.
What thing?
The 1,000 guy thing.
No. I said it would be great to have a conversation. I'm dick number 992. No.
Yeah. Well, here, I'll read it. It's it's real nice and it's legit.
That is wild.
Dear Glenn Lawrence,
No.
after
Mhm.
reviewing your audition video, we are pleased to extend you an offer for you to join our upcoming production, Thousand
Damn,
Guy
Glenn, you could have been a
Gangbang,
part of the train,
and
bro.
we're very excited to bring your talent on board. The role offered is dick number 992.
Oh
The
no!
compensation is zero.
No.
For your convenience, we provided
sorry.
backdoor parking at the filming location. More details will be shared closer to the shoot date. We are thrilled about the potential of working together and believe you'll be a great fit for this project. Please confirm your acceptance of this offer by 2/18/24 and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Congratulations and welcome aboard. Best regards, Lily Phillips team. So I was thinking you could use your 3 minutes and we should work out some questions. And you will be tick number 900.
Interview her while you're piping her.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm never taking you serious
I
again.
appreciate you
inspired
going
you
above and
to
beyond,
do-
making the connection. But I'm not. There's no way I could be 992. I'm not even gonna go through that. No.
Yeah.
I mean, the interview would be great, but I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, you could talk to her and
No, he wants to be 999.
Yeah, I'm trying to be number one. Fuck that
Did you
noise.
not see the video of the aftermath of 100? There was rubbers all over the place. Imagine how many rubbers going to be all over the place when you're 992.
Oh.
You
You'd have
might
to go in
step
there
on
wearing
shit
rubber
that you just don't
boots.
want to step in. And
I thought ahead. I thought of that. I ordered you boots.
And the ironic part, Glenn, when you asked about the rubbers on the floor, she took a picture with all the rubbers on the floor.
She really did.
Afterwards, dude. That's funny how you predicted that, or you wrote it in the
ask you
script.
this question, Glenn, because you said she's not a victim, and I might would agree with you that she's not a victim of her own choice. But is it possible that I would say at least 90 or more percent of women who would make that kind of choice are making it from some sort of victim mindset?
I don't think
something happened to them that kind of led them to that.
Down to this is the easiest thing they can make money from.
And that's the thing. We have to hold women accountable for their choices. Listen, I'm sorry
Absolutely.
you have daddy issues. I'm sorry you got diddled or whatever the case may be, but that doesn't absolve you from making that kind of decision, right? Because men, we don't get to do that. If a man commits a crime, we can't be in front of the judge and be like, well, Your Honor, I had a really fucked up childhood. Guess what, Mr. Sharpe, you're fucking going to prison. So I'm not about to let Lily Phillips listen. I'm sure she had there was some sort of trauma in her life. Otherwise, why on God's green earth would this bitch fuck 100 guys on camera for all the world to see? That being said, there are no victims here. Lily Phillips did what she wanted to do of her own free will and volition, and she is going to have to suffer the consequences if she's not already. Number one. Number two, Lily Phillips will never be in a long-term relationship with a man of value. No man will have her. She is young and fucking gorgeous. She's done. It's over.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was the premise of the question, right? Is that
sounds like
we're
body
not
count
going
matters.
to absolve her of her own choice.
Right?
She's not a victim of her own choice. But do we think that a normal, healthy, sane, proper chick would ever make that kind of decision?
They do.
No, but that already disqualified her from the beginning.
Every day, the difference is we don't see it on camera.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Well, can I ask you guys?
Disqualified herself a long time ago just by being mentally ill like that, right?
Wouldn't it be true that if you say like this girl walks out with the jizz all over her face, aren't guys kind of like also like, don't we have a much lower, like in the 50s, like being gay was like not okay at all, and now you can run around saying like I take dicks up my ass all day long. And also, like, let's say pornography. Guys generally will say, like, I look at pornography, kids. I'm not trying to be a feminist, but I'm just saying, wouldn't it be true that we've all kind of gotten? And what's with the 100 or 1,000 guys who are having sex? Oh, what kind of a guy?
A lot of women ask this question. Well, aren't you guys as responsible for women being hoes? No, because like Grace said, women are the gatekeepers of sex.
Yeah.
None of us here have ever forced a woman to do something she didn't want to do. I'm a grown ass man. If a hot girl wants to have sex with me, I'm going to have sex with her. I'm not going to say, well, I don't want to take any part of this ruining you as a human being. No. I don't give a fuck. These girls choose to be hoes. They choose to be hoes because being a hoe is easy.
No, but what I'm saying is like if we say women are sexually degraded, which I agree. Isn't it true that men are sexually degraded also?
Not true. You want to know how I know that? No, we are absolutely not sexually degraded. And there's physiological reasons. Number one, we're the fuckers. Girls are the fucky. We're the ones fucking women. We enter their bodies. They don't enter our bodies. That's reason number one. Number two, there's a reason. And here's the thing. A man can be sexually degraded. It just takes us a lot more bodies. Case in point, Rocco Siffredi, world famous porn stars, had sex with like 50,000 women. He is fucked up in the head. And and here's the thing. He said, I didn't really start having mental problems until girl number 15,000. It took 15,000.
Hugh Hefner.
Listen, it took 15,000 women for him to be sexually degraded. This is why we know women aren't built for this stuff. Male porn stars aren't the ones dying. It's the female porn stars who are shooting themselves in the head with shotguns.
Male porn stars are the ones that that tend to have a better recovery after their industry.
Yeah, they get married,
they get normal, regular jobs.
Look at Sterling Cooper. Sterling Cooper's engaged to a 24-year-old hottie, and she's a porn star. And here's another thing. One more point. Here's another thing. You ask any man, would you rather have a woman with 100 bodies or a woman who's a virgin? We would all say we want the virgin. You ask a woman, would you want a man with 100 bodies or a man who's a virgin? They choose the man with the 100 bodies. They're not going to say, well, he's sexually degraded. No, he is sexually experienced. Because if there's one thing I know, it's this. The things that make us attractive to women are the opposite of the things that make them attractive to us. Sex affects men and women very, very differently. And we know this biologically. That's why we have different reactions to high body counts. When a girl finds out a guy has a high body count, in their minds, they're like, oh, okay, he's got a high body count. Let's find out why. In a man's mind, okay, she has a high body count.
Don't need to find out.
Sharpe,
I want to also ask a social proof.
Social proof as well. Yes,
it's like, oh, the girl's gonna be like, damn, 100 other girls wanted to get with you.
Right.
You must be some
trucker.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
If you're saying in the
what's going on, guys?
If you're saying during the sexual act, it's harder on women than it is on men, like spiritually. I agree. Okay, but if you look at sexuality in general, what percentage of, let's say, young men, like 15, 16 years old, are kind of like slaves to pornography? And it really affects their lives. Do you understand what I'm saying? As opposed to women, I think it's
I
think
agree.
it's a lot higher.
Pornography has a negative effect on men. That's for sure. The act of sexual intercourse does not have the same effect on men as it does on women.
Agreed.
Men and women are not the same. We're not equal.
No, but I'm saying if the sexual revolution produced promiscuity, but also pornography. I'm just saying it seems to me like when I see young men, I feel bad for them because like I don't know what I would have done if I had this much available.
Not over. Remember what I said earlier. Broken men can be fixed. Broken women cannot. Men, like I said, Rocco Siffredi, he had to get to 15,000 bodies for him to be fucked up. Once a girl gets to body number 15, it already starts to fuck them up. Men,
but a lot of young men like are permanently damaged by. I'm not just saying it's pornography, but like the weakness that they get into, the kind of like dating mentality.
So I'm talking about the act of sexual intercourse. I agree with you. Pornography affects men in a negative way. Sexual intercourse can affect men in a negative way, but most of the time it doesn't because
I agree.
Here's the thing. Men, we're not designed to be monogamous. And I'll go to the jungle with this. There's one lion, and there's one alpha male lion in a pride, and he's got a harem of lionesses. Guess what? Lioness number 2 isn't saying to lioness number 4, can you believe this alpha male motherfucker is over there fucking lioness number 6? No. I agree. Listen, lionesses and horses, they take loads from one lion. It's not one lioness taking the loads from a bunch of lions. This is the way it is. Men, we are not designed to be monogamous. Women are. Unfortunately, women are not the monogamous ones, and men, unfortunately, are out of necessity. That's one of the reasons why the sexual marketplace is fucked up.
Well, also, Donovan, in a lion's pride, what happens when a new lion takes over the pride?
Kills off all the cubs.
He kills off all the cubs. Absolutely.
Exactly. Now, all the new cubs, all the new family is all to that alpha male lion. Now, I wanted to actually touch on something you said earlier about how you got an attractive woman and nobody ever tells her the truth.
Right.
Well, yeah, you're right about that. But, you take that and you multiply that by 1 billion with social media.
Oh my God, yeah.
Now you got girls posting. Now I'm not talking about posting like booty pics or whatever on online. I'm talking about like a girl has an argument with her man, and she gets on the internet and goes, "Well, guess what he said to me? Send." Yeah. And now all the simps, whatever, get in her comments. Girl, that's not right. Girl, that's controlling. That's this. That's that. Now that is multiplied over millions of years. Now they got girls on podcasts talking about all kinds of weird, stupid shit.
Crazy shit, man.
And how you got girls making podcasts that were OF models, talking about how, OF has been so good to them and they made so much money and, nothing is wrong and they're not damaged at all. And so it just multiplies everything. And so
exponentially, actually, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And so now what's going to happen? All the simps that are subscribing to these OF models, all the guys who want to smash these girls on all these social media platforms, they're not going to tell them the truth.
No, of course not.
No, they're just going to be like, hey, I want to get in between that. So yeah, girl, you're right. He's this, he's that. Oh, you should do this, you should do that.
Donovan, do you think that these OnlyFans girls who are not having intercourse, which is a lot of them, right? They're not actually having intercourse. They're just shaking their tits.
Yeah, but it's not
is that damaging?
Yes, of course it's no, hold on, Ben. Yes, of course it's fucking damaging.
Not the same way, right?
No, listen, not in the same way, but here's the thing. If a girl is on OnlyFans, like it's over, whether she's getting smashed out or not.
Yes,
the internet, here's the thing. Girls who have OnlyFans, porn stars, whatever the case may be, it must be a mind job for more people to know what you look like naked than people you actually know personally. You understand what I'm saying? The internet is forever. And people, and listen, if she runs up on a guy who's high value, he's gonna do his research. And if he sees her selling feet pics on OnlyFans or selling her butthole pics for $3.99, she's up out of there. So it might not damage her sexually, but it's certainly going to damage her reputation wise.
Even if you got to figure this, it's like, it's not what's intended, it's what's perceived. What's perceived is that you're an OnlyFans girl. Oh, you're just like the rest of them. You got blown out.
Belong to the streets.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm saying back in the day, it was the Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. Okay. Everyone was jerking off to them. That's why they made that. But they weren't perceived as trash, I don't think.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't perceived as trash because it was done tastefully.
It was
It's the
tastefully.
men.
Yeah.
Listen, it's the men. Listen, men who used to jerk off to the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. That's on us. That's just us being perverted. It is what it is. This is just who we are.
No,
But that is very,
it's
very
terrific.
different from showing your lady bits. I'm telling you, it is a very. Most people.
I'm like,
know
how
what
are we
this is
comparing a swimsuit edition on the Sports Illustrated to fucking on OnlyFans?
And can you believe that they let the fat
Yeah,
ones?
but no,
That's
like,
the
what
most
you're trying to do is
retarded
you're trying
leap
to
I've
draw
ever
a false
seen.
dichotomy.
That's
Right.
not what he
No,
did.
no,
though.
they're two very different things. And I think, Ben, you're trying to
No.
minimize the damage. No, the damage is not the same, but the damage is fucking there. That's just all there is to it, man.
I agree. It's a
Yeah,
different
but
degree.
no,
I'm
wait,
just saying.
hold on, because I don't want it to seem like nobody understood you, Ben. What he said was the ones who aren't doing the most bodacious stuff. Some of the ones who might be doing the feet pics or just dressed in certain clothes and being very, provocative with it, right? Is it damaging to them too? Donovan saying yes, it is, but then he compared those girls to the Sports Illustrated.
I would still say
they're both trying to make men sexually excited.
Of course,
of
course.
The reason I would say it's
That
still
sounds
just
good
as
to you.
bad is
It
just
is-
because of reputation of what OnlyFans has turned into. As soon
Yeah.
as you
Right.
hear OnlyFans,
You're
it's a
automatically
wrap.
making that assumption.
It's a
And
That's
wrap.
what Donovan said too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
Same thing.
they could be on there doing underwater basket weaving, but you hear OF,
I don't care.
Do you realize that was what the internet was when it first came out?
Yep.
Even being a blog poster was considered taboo, right?
Right.
You
Yeah,
come into
right.
the early internet. So why do we demoralize women that do that?
We don't demoralize
I am
them.
very
They demoralize
confused on what that
themselves.
is.
Yeah,
They
well, yeah,
demoralize
women-
themselves.
Wait,
listen,
because
do
they're being
what
objectified.
exactly? Let's
Women
make sure we
are
understand what he means when he says that. When they do what exactly?
Even anything online. So I've ran a
Like having sex?
whatever. Just the internet
Or
is
posting
the
sexy
spot.
pictures, maybe.
Yeah,
We're
what is
splitting hairs here, guys.
Some people actually watch YouTube for a girl cooking, right? And she's pretty, and that's considered like something to some people. So we don't know what sexy is. Can we at least be human?
No, we know
Hold
what
on,
sexy
hold on,
is. We
Donovan,
know
because I
the
want you to
difference
tell me
between
what you
girl
think
versus
about this, Donovan. So
Say
Tommy,
again?
watch this. This is gonna be weird, Glenn. Don't you judge me, Glenn.
No, you're fine.
I'm judging you now.
I'm already judging him.
I'd already started. Yeah.
I'm already judging him.
So I have more disdain for chicks who post pictures on Instagram, like just with provocative outfits on, than I do for chicks that actually suck cock on cam.
Check
Booty
this out.
shots.
Hold on, check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Okay,
Hold on,
okay,
guys,
hold
I
on.
need you to listen.
Hold on, you
This
guys,
is good.
quiet-
There are
quiet
two
down.
points I'm going to make here.
Dude, I
Okay.
hear you. Okay.
We're talking about different degrees in OnlyFans. Look, you don't make money on OnlyFans if you ain't naked. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Number two, those girls who post those pictures on Instagram like that have an OnlyFans. If you ever go into their profiles, you look in their link tree, 9 out of 10 times, the super hot girl is going to have an OnlyFans. This is how they advertise that and going.
So are we mad? Are we mad when a woman does do that? Like, what's the?
No.
I'm confused with the problem.
I'm not.
I have
No.
a
I'm not.
13-year-old
No.
daughter.
Listen.
can tell you
Harris,
the
hold on. I
problem.
want to make this clear.
Go ahead.
I have absolutely no problem with women being sex workers, and here's why: because not every man has access to sex. Men need a sexual outlet to
For sure.
some
How you
degree.
talking?
And sex workers. And listen, we can bag on them all we want to.
Since
Sex
the
workers,
beginning
if
of
nothing
time.
else, they're honest. They're honest about what they want up front. You
Right.
give me the money, I give you the goods. And number three, they're doing a service. That being said,
That is.
yes, being a sex worker, there's nothing wrong with that. But there is a cost and there is a price. Being
Right.
a sex worker means completely eliminating yourself from every high value man out there. Yeah, eventually you might get married, but she's not going to be married to the man that she wants.
So then there is a problem for women to go into sex work then, Don. Like when you say that
Wait,
you
I
don't
didn't
have an
hear what you
issue.
said. I didn't hear what you said.
Jake, the problem is that they want to avoid the consequence.
Yes,
I know that. Yes,
That's-
I know
that's
that.
the
Yeah.
problem.
But
That's the
I'm
problem.
saying also, even if they go into sex work, even the consequences is a bad thing as far as, like, for example, we have a very low birth rate here in the United States. As far as a whole aspect of things, a lot of men don't care to wife up a lot of these chicks that are on OnlyFans or that are whores in general. So wife up and
Go ahead.
No, that's good.
Guys, one at a time.
Yeah.
Don't talk over each other. I'll let you guys talk.
It is what it is. I just point out what the costs are. If you're gonna
Sure,
be a
sure. It is what it
great.
is. Yeah, that's more of like a libertarian point of view. I get you there, but I'm just saying it does become
no. That's no, don't do that. That's not a libertarian point of view. That's
It
just
is.
pointing out the facts.
It's a dude. It's a dude.
No,
point
well,
of view.
well,
I get it,
No,
but-
hold on.
Don. It would be a libertarian point of view if you're saying that it is what it is, and I don't care, and you're not.
Let me
Jay.
clarify. And just so you guys know, I am not the moral guy. I am not religious. I am not going to sit here and stare down my nose and tell you what's moral and what's not. The way I live, the way most people live their life, it's amoral. It's without morals. I'm not going to judge a woman for being on OnlyFans. Yes, I will talk about the costs that come with it. I'll talk about the fact that you are not going to be in a long-term, meaningful relationship with a man of value, but I'm not going to judge a woman for making those life choices. You want to know why I don't judge her? Because the world is going to do that anyway. Life is going to judge her. That's the bottom line. So, do I think there's anything wrong with sex work? No, I don't. Now, these days, an exorbitant amount of women are sex workers. It is very
And it's a
rare.
problem.
Okay, I get that. An exorbitant amount of 8s, 9s, and 10s are sex workers, so we stay away from them. But I'm not here to chastise people for their life choices. If that's what they're gonna do, then that's what they're gonna do. Because it's just not. It's
Well, that's the libertarian part. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, as a percentage, right?
He's talking crazy. He's talking crazy. They're strippers.
Hold on.
No one ever-
Hold on.
Wait, hold on. Who said strippers? Who said strippers?
ZT Den comes over with a $20 super chat. She says, Glenn, please excuse this obnoxious profit break. Donovan Sharpe, this one's for you. Die, Eagles die on the road.
No. Dude, fuck the Chiefs.
Hold on, I'm gonna make it rain. Boo!
Nah, fuck the Chiefs, bro. And I hate the Eagles too, by the way, Don. But I'll, I hate the Eagles, but I'm gonna root for the Eagles on this time around because of the Chiefs.
Yeah, I know.
Because of the Chiefs. I don't like the Kansas City Swifties.
Well, I guess I'm an odd man out because freaking Patriots all day over here.
Fuck the Patriots.
So look, so Tommy,
Hold on, Beans, hold on. You guys, I know Donovan has another stream to go to.
Yes.
So I have to be cautious and be aware of that. So we're gonna go another 5 minutes on. Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm good for
5-10 minutes. Okay, we're gonna go about another 5-10 minutes, and then we got to wrap it up because Don has another stream to be at.
Yes.
So got to respect this time here. Okay. So real quick, seriously, Shelby, just got out of boot camp, my guy.
Hell
He said,
yeah.
First thing I decided to do is to make so all you can support me. Great topic to walk into. Jake, Glenn, Bjorn, Donovan, nice to see you guys again. Salute to you, Shelby. I'll be sending you that package soon. Don't worry.
I'll say like
Congratulations, Shelby. Welcome to the family.
Right now.
Shelby's gonna get his only soldiers.
Shelby. right now. No, I don't know if it was a man or woman. Gentlemen, I obviously have never been here before. I jumped in because I'm a fan of Grace Thorpe, and I usually can bash Glenn Lawrence through the ground.
You never do.
You're a fan of Grace Thorpe? Wow. That's not a good opening.
But you've never done that. That's fine.
Glenn.
You a male feminist,
Glenn.
bro?
What?
You know you don't want these issues, okay?
Bro, are you kidding me? You're backing up a fucking. You're backing up feminism, bro.
You don't want.
Okay.
So
Yes.
anyway,
That's fine. Let's talk tough on the internet. It's great. It's cute. It's cute.
Adorable.
I think he might be a
Let's
feminist.
set the
guys.
debate up then.
Yeah, he is.
I moderate it.
I'm a fan of Grace Thorpe.
Mr. Sharpe, I'm going for the Eagles just because of the Michael Vick. I want to wear a Michael Vick jersey in Pride again. And fucking the Chiefs are irritating.
That guy was a Pokemon trainer. Yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon.
He was a Pokemon trainer, bro. Fucker was a Pokemon trainer, bro.
Real quick, $10 comes in from Scarcity Shelby, and he says only sailors. Bjorn, okay, you're not gonna talk about over me when I'm talking and reading super chat. This is not gonna happen. All right. $10 comes from Seriously Shelby. He goes, only sailors, Bjorn, get free membership.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God!
All right, Shelby, there you go.
Make sure you bring your chicken.
Well, he is in the Navy, so you know what to say about those Navy guys.
He's in the Navy now. Gay chicken's a thing, and 1 inch of penetration is not gay.
There you go. Yeah.
So I think, like, at the end of the day, you guys, when we're looking at this, like, what the big issue is, we can all agree that at the end of the day, sex work does not benefit women in the long run.
No,
it's very detrimental to them.
Yes.
Okay. The problem is, we have to respect them to make their own decisions, even if those decisions are going to be bad for them.
That's right.
Okay, we live in this time of modernity. Now, I agree with Ben here when he'll say, like, no, patriarchy needs to be what we have. Absolutely. But when we don't have a patriarchy, we have this fake patriarchy or this weak patriarchy that we have.
Shit. You know, we have a matriarchy.
No, we don't have a matriarchy. There's never been a matriarchy. We'll always have a patriarchy.
Matriarchy
not a
can't exist.
matriarchy. It's still a patriarchy. It's just a weak patriarchy.
It's just a really
yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, I agree with that.
We have this point where we're at this place where we're all equal. You got to trust. You got to respect them. Okay, then respect their decisions. If they make bad choices, let them suffer.
There you go.
Don't save them. That's the way to teach them.
Can't
That's
save
the way
everybody.
They learn.
Be saved, man. They don't need to be. They don't want to be saved. Nobody is ever going to convince. Even Nala, she joined the church. Even she couldn't quit OnlyFans. It's like, come on, man.
Look, like, you know,
so
I'm not.
let me
I
ask
don't
this.
save hoes. I'm just
Yeah,
not
you can't
that heroic.
save everybody, and
Glenn,
pick
can
the
I
right
nuance
one
that?
to save.
Can we nuance that by saying, like, if you think of sex work as work, which in some ways utilizes the youth and beauty of young women, all women should be sex workers, because what else fucking good are they for?
Well, why? Well, why?
Yo, bro.
She's going to do a good job? No.
Oh, we
It's pretty. She brings in the guy.
What is happening right now?
The retardation entered the building.
Hold on, you guys.
All right, so let me ask this. Let me ask this. We all know that sex work is detrimental to women, and we know that women are lying to each other that sex work is just fine. And I'd like to actually get the panel's opinion on this. Moving forward, if we were to change something, if the patriarchy were to change something, how do we prevent our new women coming up who are turning 18 every day, prevent them from getting into the sex work industry? Because we don't, as men, we want to marry a wholesome woman. We want to marry a very pretty, loving woman. But that destroys the sex work destroys women.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we moving forward? How do we prevent that from happening and kind of wean out what's already there?
Well, it's simple. We just got to be honest with them.
Problem.
We just got to be honest with them. That's it. Women, like older women, lie to younger women.
Of course they
Why?
are.
Crabs in the bucket. Crabs in the bucket.
Competing against
men,
each other.
we lie to women too. No, girl, your numbers ain't gonna be no.
Oh, you're so smart, girl.
You're so high.
Right?
Yeah, you voted for Kamala.
And
That's a
then
good
we
thing.
get what we want from them, and then we dump them, right? And then later on we go, oh, you're not marriageable. You got bodies. Like,
true.
It's really what it comes down to is that everybody just needs to be honest with them.
But wouldn't it be to answer his question directly? First of all, the answer is you can't, right? Because technology is basically just like free information, right? You can't, but there are some things you can do to try to minimize it. So like here in Kentucky where I'm at, right? Now it's a lot of websites that I used to go to that you can't access anymore.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that law that they passed.
About that.
Exactly, right? So
they
that's
did that in
one
Texas
of the things
too.
that you can do. Yeah, that's one of the things that you can do. You want to just minimize the access that kids have to it. Because that's why I say the thing about it that made it so exclusive back in the day was it felt like it was just 100 chicks a year. Right? That, these was just the freaky girls, and it was
and
what
you had
it
to
was.
work to get porn back in the day. Like
Right.
it wasn't available. You had to search the fucking house. You had to have your buddy
your older brother's corn stash. You had to rate it.
Jack a magazine from the local corner.
You had to go out in the woods.
Like it
Hey,
was
Bajon,
just
sneaking
let me
into the
look.
video store, sneaking into the video
Real
store,
shit,
sneaking
yeah,
into
like a hat
the
Yeah, you
Like,
might
looking
get
at the covers.
one VHS fucking porn.
Right.
It's the only
you're
one you
lucky.
had for 10 fucking years.
That's a
Get
fact.
the fuck
Oh.
out of here.
Basic cable, channel 99, late at night. You get that fuzzy screen.
And it was fuzzy,
and
yeah, dude.
Yeah, you get,
But that was
Every
enough.
once in a while you
That
might-
was enough. Yeah, dude, that was
So
enough.
that's why, so
Y'all
that's why I
jacking
said-
off to
that's
what you
why
think
to
look like
answer
a
his
boob?
question-
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not the answer.
Hey,
The
Donovan,
the technology.
tell
is
me about
kinda
the
like,
Sears catalog.
You can't do anything.
Oh
with
my
it.
God, dude, the
Sears catalog.
Fredericks of Hollywood, man. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Oh yeah.
But no, to really answer your
Hey,
question,
can I make one confession? One more confession, because to his point, I think Glenn is right.
I don't got my priest.
Wait, let Glenn go
I'm
put
only
on his
saying
coat.
Don's also running out of time. Don's running out of time right now too.
Glenn,
So
right? Well, so let me finish. I'm only saying this because it's Glenn. When I was young, I used to ditch school to sneak to the adult video store and sneak in there and sneak in the back and get. So it like imagine if I was doing all of that, and because that's how bad it had me. Imagine what these kids is going through.
they have it on their phone, bro.
They don't have to go through all that.
They literally have it on their phone.
24/7 dopamine
That's the
hit.
point. Imagine how it's affecting them, and they have unlimited access.
I agree with Mr. Beans. The answer to Panda Trucker's question is it can't be done.
Virtual,
right?
And Don, just to give you some stats.
Virtual porn now, it's crazy.
Yeah, and Don, just to give you some stats, the average age these days of in order to introduce pornography to children is 11 years old. The average age is 11.
Horrible.
That's how crazy that the internet has gone to the point where the average age that a child that
when you're 11, dude.
11,
I found it.
11, bro.
That's the same age I was when I found it. My uncle moved in. He had a duffel bag full of books, like books with like one picture on every 5 pages, and you had to read the story as she pulled her hair back. And
you flipping through one of the pictures.
Like, damn, he thrust it inside her.
Now, really, to answer the question,
You had to earn that shit, man.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, dude.
really, when it comes down to answer the question, like, what do we need to do? Well, one, you got to have better dick control.
Yep.
Okay. Like, not every woman is worth your dick, so don't stick it in everything.
But throw money at all
also,
of them.
too, you have to be upfront with them. Like, look, if it's just a fuck, hey, I'm gonna be a number. Don't be like, trying to do the whole lovey-dovey
Perhaps
thing.
weed out the chicks with the higher body count, so that way they can lower.
Hey, you already 992.
Well, that's what I do now. All the high body count chicks.
Fuck all that noise.
Right.
You got them lot lizards?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You got the lot lizards working.
But all right, guys, I want to give Donovan his last words because I don't want to hold him up.
Yeah. So listen, thanks guys for having me on. Great discussion. Grace, you're an absolute feminist. The Tommy guy, you're an absolute feminist. You guys can both go eat a dick. Yep, there's the end. Yeah. Oh, it all makes fucking sense. It all makes fucking sense. This is why Ben kept asking me these bullshit ass questions, is because Grace is sitting right next to him.
You didn't.
This is my dad. This is my dad.
It doesn't matter. Do you guys see how people are influenced by women? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yo.
What's up with this Ben guy?
Not the other way around.
jail for being this bitch. I've been to jail for being this bitch.
Yeah, he's tried everything.
Come on, man.
Yo, pimp.
It's true.
Subscribe to
It's
the channel,
true.
guys. Glenn,
By the way-
we'll talk. You guys all have a good time, man. I enjoy
Have
it.
a good
Have a
night.
good one.
Take it easy,
Bill
Don.
Belichick,
All right,
he's
Don.
a pimp. Bill Belichick, he had his chick, 24 years old, just saying.
There you
God
go.
bless
Bill
Don.
Belichick won at life. 6 rings and a 24-year-old bitch. Real shit. All right,
Boom. God bless Don.
All
Did
right,
he just
thank
pull a
you,
Wizard
guys.
of Oz? Disappeared and came back? What the hell?
Well, we roll like that.
Hey, it is what it is.
All right.
Glenn, I'm glad you got Donovan on here because that was fun, especially when you opened up the panel. Like